After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 513. Today is Monday, July 18th, 2022, as we are recording. We hope you enjoyed your little vacation from us. Talia finished her retreat, so we're back. My name is Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad that you found us. And if you are returning, we're always glad that you are returning. If you are in the shadows, either new or returning, please feel free to join us officially. There's a little subscribe button on your right as you look at it. Tap that little button and tap the little bell so you can get notifications and you'll be all set up. If you want to take part in the alongs or the camaraderie and all that kind of thing, that's on our home group, and that's phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and that is also in the description box below the video.
Did you mention that the Patreon information is in the description?
No, I figured you would do that.
So Patreon information is also in the description box in the video. You might have seen MPKC dive bombed me, by the way.
She wasn't getting enough attention.
She's a jerk face.
She is not.
She's a brat. Literally. She's a brat.
Well, because that's the pattern that you made.
She's persnickety. She dive bombed me.
So does Felicia. You don't call her a brat.
Felicia doesn't dive bomb. Felicia gives hugs.
She dive bombs.
No.
She just disguises it with her flippers out.
Felicia wants hugs. MBKC wants to bite my shoulder.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, you're right. She wants to scratch my face.
No, she doesn't. She's just kneading. That's all.
Is that what she's doing? Okay, then. Anyhow, I think people possibly would have seen that we had an accidental live for everybody last Friday. No, Friday before last.
Yeah, Friday before last.
Where we had our normal Patreon live, but I brilliantly forgot to make it only for the Patreons. But people seem to enjoy that. And what we're going to be doing is a quarterly free live for everybody. But for people who want to have access to live all the time and access to the Zoom all the time, the Patreon information is in the description box. We will also do a once a year Zoom. And actually this Zoom is the once a year that's available for everybody.
This time, because of things going on, it was suggested by our Patreons. That's why we're doing it. So our annual, everybody can do the Zoom. This year is this coming one, which is the end of July, but in the future it will be the end of June.
Yes.
Okay.
Just that it's not in the same month as the live.
Right.
That's it.
And it's also closer to the half year.
Yes.
So
yes, that will be happening, and this was by request of the patrons to give you all a taste of what they get all the time.
And it was a blast.
It really was a lot of fun.
The people who showed up, it was amazing. We see people we hadn't seen in ages.
Yes, and it was a lot of fun. The video is in our
YouTube
list of videos. So yeah, highly recommend you check that out.
Okay.
Oh, and I have a new Instagram for people who haven't noted. My Instagram got hacked. Laura is trying to help me either A, get access back, or B, get that account like completely destroyed.
Annihilated. Annihilation.
If I do get access back, I'm either going to keep it and make my new one just for something else, or I'm just gonna stick with the new one because I kind of like starting from scratch. Actually, I had a lot of stuff in my old one where I just accumulated over the years, and
And you guys might see me having to periodically refresh my stuff because, again, my email, it's not my email, it's, I don't know what the deal is. My Kindle app thing that sends my documents to my Kindle, it worked for a while, then I got a new computer, and now it's being persnickety. I have to have my husband look at it and see why I'm not. The last one I tried to do last time we had the podcast was still downloading 10 days later. It never got there. And so, and now the one I did this morning is still in the process of coming. So I'm using it off my email, which means it's going to be going in and out. Anyway, so.
Oh, and I wanted to say what my new Instagram was. Talia Reads and Knits.
Yeah, you said that.
No, I didn't say the name of it.
Yes, you did.
They're going to tell you that I'm right.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Nope. No, they're going to.
Yes, they are.
Do you want, I'll show you when you post it.
Last time when you thought I said something, you were wrong.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, we're gonna agree to disagree because I'm right. But anyway, let's see. Because you said Talia Reads and Knits is gonna be my blah 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 blah.
No, I said I have a new Instagram.
You said your name.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Nope, I did not.
Well, you're losing it.
Rude. Wow.
You just have to be right.
I just believe I am.
Sorry, guys, my phone. All right. Anyway, moving on. The what was I gonna say? The teas. Do you have how many projects do you have?
Oh, I have 6? Question mark?
6? That sounds very definitive.
Hold on, I need to check because I don't remember.
I thought you had your show notes up.
If I'm out long enough, it kicks me out and to start
like
go
mine,
back in.
like
Yeah.
mine does, yeah.
Yeah, I have 6.
Okay, I have 6 as well, but you have an FO, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you get to go first. Before we get into that, I'm a little distracted now because we went into something that we don't usually go into, and it kind of messed me up a little bit. All right. The alongs that we're doing currently.
Don't we do tea before longs?
Yeah, we can.
That's what we usually do.
We'll go ahead and do it then.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's we normally do.
I think you're right.
So this is actually my tea from the morning. I think this is mocha mott.
Ooh. Just
the straight
okay.
mocha mott. It's a little bit cooler, and it might be a little bit weak because this is my 3rd steeping. It's still good though.
3rd, huh?
Yeah, I was too lazy to get another tea this morning.
And this is her Memento Mori.
Yeah. Well, I was so cold this morning, I just wanted, and then I didn't feel well enough to finish it.
Excuse me. That's definitely what I like in the Poirot.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. I might have to get myself a
sample.
Yeah, I'll get a sample to make sure I like it, and then that may be one of the ones I put in my tins for like breakfast if I stop doing the chai, because my stomach is reacting a little funny to some of the milk-based chais.
Yeah.
And it's getting hard for me to find the Tazo for whatever reason. I get the skinny Tazo.
And this is a lower temperature tea, so it's not going to take as long to boil, and it's a 3 to 5 minute.
Oh,
I think I did this one for 4 minutes because it was its 3rd steeping, and I wanted to make sure that it had a little bit more time to sit.
Right. And this one is my blend, in quotes. It's called Where's My Chocolate Monkey? And you want to taste it? Oh, he's got banana. You want?
Yeah, I already know I'm not a big fan.
This is really close to what I get at my local yarn. No.
Yes, she doesn't get tea at the local yarn shop.
Yes, Laura sells tea now. No, she does not. This is a tea that Vine and Leaf introduced me to, and I absolutely fell in love with it, and they don't carry it consistently.
You know, that wouldn't be a bad business model to have, like, a little tea place and then the yarn. I mean, you have that space. It has to be separate. But after you purchase your yarn, you know what was closest to that was when they had that little meeting all the time in the center of the old yarn shop in Berryville.
Right.
Where they would all just...
Not in Berryville.
Well, where is it?
It was in Winchester.
No,
you're talking about the one in Warrenton.
Warrenton.
Yeah.
Where they had that little center area where everyone could sit, and no matter where you were in the yarn shop, people could talk to each other. That was the best setup.
Well, yeah, I was very sad when that one...
I was sad when she gave up that spot because really, that was the best setup yarn shop I've ever been
Even
in.
when she had to sell it, I think, because the person who moved was not the original owner.
Yeah.
And I forget why this person sold it, but...
Well, she said it was something about like a bakery or something while in the spot to expand.
No, I mean why the person who originally owned it sold it to the second owner.
Oh, okay. I don't know if
remember.
they actually ended up purchasing it or if she really maybe couldn't. It was a bigger building. I wonder if she had trouble keeping up with
No,
the
it wasn't
rent.
the same owner, though. It wasn't the same
Oh,
owner.
that's right. They passed over to a second person.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have... where's my favorite monkey? Because it got to the point where it wasn't consistent at Vine and Leaf, and I found one that was kind of, sort of good at Whistling Kettle. It was really close.
It's where's my chocolate monkey? He said, where's my favorite monkey?
What?
Where's my chocolate monkey?
Where's my chocolate monkey?
I'm only correcting you because if people want to find it, they're not
no,
going to
that's
be
okay.
able to find it.
That's okay. I mean, I've got like so many things in my head right now that is where's my chocolate monkey, and
it's at Adagio.
I wanted to, yes, Adagio. I wanted to make sure that I could find it. And it's a little bit different, but it's close enough.
Well, and I think Chocolate Monkey is one of those ones where it might be different from blender to blender. I think actually when you asked someone, they said, I think you asked at Whistling Kettle, and she said, it honestly, like, blender to blender, it's going to be different. It's not like my... purple tea, which that is the tea. It's not a blend. It is...
It's funny you should mention purple tea because somebody on Adagio mentioned that they picked up a purple tea.
I love purple tea. I need to have another mug of it. It is definitely more of a savory, although you didn't mind it. You didn't find it too bitter. You just found it to be something maybe you would have with a dinner, which is what I used to do.
Well, somebody had mentioned that this moringa that they were doing today... Well, first of all, you have to be careful because it says if you're on medication or anything. I don't like when they do those in the community. But anyway...
it's probably an herbal.
Somebody had said that was... Yeah, they said it's very grassy. That it's more savory. One of the guys said he thought it would be better as a soup.
Oh, that's interesting. I know chamomile actually has that warning on it.
Yeah. Well, there was one that a lot of times I won't even try certain
Valerian root. I won't try because I know that is used for making you sleep. Chamomile doesn't make me maybe a little bit tired, but valerian root that in pill form is actually used to help you sleep.
As a sleeping aid.
Yeah, and I already have enough medications that can depress the nervous system, central nervous system. I don't need something else.
Okay, so anyway, moving into our longs. Are we done with the jibber jabber?
I think so.
Okay. The first along is our Arthritis Cardiac Dysautonomia Cowl 2022, and this started in July, right? July, August, September. Yeah, it started in July. July 1st to September 30th, and whips and FOs are eligible for prizes to be drawn for this. Only one whip per project per week, and the FO whenever it's finished. So if you worked on it as a whip and you had posted a picture, but the same week you posted the FO, that's okay, that's fine. The project should be tagged hashtag PHN ACD 2012. No, 2022 on Instagram.
It's not been 2012 for a very long time.
Yeah, about 9 years. So, no, 10 years.
10 years. Let's do math.
I don't want to do math. I will tell you right now, I'm very tired. And when Tanya said she slept all day, so she's like, oh, I'm ready to do the podcast now. I said, I'm not really ready. So we'll see how this goes.
And the light's stabbing me in the head.
Oh, don't bleed all over my stuff. All right. Anyway, so it's PHN ACD 2022. All right. Projects cannot be finished prior to July 1st, but they do not have to be finished before September 30th as long as you work on it, okay? The projects have to be some shade of red, red or some shade of red, including shades of pink, shades of blue, shades of purple, shades of teal to be eligible for prizes.
No shades of gray.
No shades of gray. Okay, that's for the arthritis, cardiac, and dysautonomia. Those are the colors involved. We have the same featured patterns and featured yarns as we always do. My stuff, Taya's stuff, and Laura Concert stuff. Yarn pattern, okay? If you finish an object...
I just realized that people probably think I'm making a reference to that book when I was actually making a reference to the Monkey song.
What are you talking? Oh, Only Shades of Grey, right?
Yeah, that was what I was actually referencing, not the.
Well, the movie and the book's not Only Shades of Grey. It's Shades of Grey.
Okay.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, is that okay? Okay. Because I was like, I didn't want people to think I was referencing that. I'm referencing the monkeys. So
anyway, what was I saying? Oh, my yarn, Laura's yarn. I'm Lady Vertical Creations yarn. Laura is Lollipop Girl yarns. Talia's patterns, Franciscan Gypsy Designs. Laura's patterns, I think they're just Laura Concert.
I'm pretty
designs.
sure.
My one pattern at this point, which is still under the Lady Vertical Creations logo, that
I mean, you probably could keep it under there and be just fine.
yeah, I'm going to, because it's creations, not the,
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, my point is, any of those things is 2 chances at a prize for the finished object only. If you marry a project, a featured project, and a featured yarn for the FO, that's 3 chances at a prize for the finished object only. You are responsible for your multiple postings. I don't think we have any other features in this one.
I don't believe so.
No, we don't. Now the Christmas in July 2022. Okay, we have we have till August 5th for this, unless I decide that I want to go more.
Longer.
Okay, right now you have to August 5th. This was kind of a whim kind of thing. I don't know.
It absolutely was a whim.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what made me feel like I needed something that I just.
It's not even that she's knitting anything for her.
I'm not.
She wanted it.
I wanted it, so you guys get to have a chance to win prizes. Okay, for July. Christmas in July. Items must be Christmas themed. They can be knit, loom knit, crocheted, or handmade Christmas cards. They can be that. Items must in Christmas colors: reds, greens, blues, silver, gold, white, cream, are eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO only. So if Christmas objects that are not those colors are eligible, but if they are Christmas colors, they're eligible for 2 chances at a prize. Featured yarns and patterns is the same as I just mentioned. My stuff, Talia stuff, Laura stuff. Okay, as long as it fits the parameters.
The trifecta.
Yes. Let's see here. A featured yarn and featured pattern together in the FO is worth 3 chances at a prize for the FO only, as long as you're responsible for the multiple postings. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We've already had a few. They're in the thread, and the answers are in the thread as well. I can't remember what they were, and if
we have amazing people who answer questions when we don't.
Well, I usually get tagged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll answer and then they'll tag us, which is amazing.
Yes, we have fabulous moderators and quasi-moderators.
Yeah, we call them quasi-moderators because they've been there forever, and they just know stuff.
They know stuff, yes. So it's all in the thread, and I know if you're taking part in the along, you're part of PHN, so you could just look it up, and if you can't find it, ask somebody, ask me, ask Talia, ask Rena, ask Patty, ask almost anybody on the list, and they will tell you where it's at.
And once again, that's PHN podcast at freeforms.net.
PHN podcast at freeforms.net.
In the description box.
In the description box below this video. Okay, and another one that we're doing is the PHN Tea and Tails Cowl, and this one's an all year long. We've already done the first 2 quarters of prizes, so that was fun. All the prizes have gone out. It was a lot easier for me this time because the prize winners for both alongs were the same people. So it didn't matter what I did to pull prizes; they kept coming up. So
it was just their lucky day.
It was meant to be. You can break their lucky streak. Post a lot of things.
Yes,
okay?
Yes. If you join PHN podcast at freeforms.net, you can take part in the alongs and you can have a chance for the prizes.
Yep. And there's some really nice prizes because we have people who are very generous with their donations.
Yes.
So we're very pleased with the quality of the prizes we're able to give out because they're just awesome. Thank you very much to all our donors.
Yeah, most of the prizes, that's coming from all y'all.
Yeah, you guys are fantastic. When we first started, we had a mixture. Right now, I'm still going through the things that people sent us. And
yeah, some of them are actually quite old prizes because we have so many people who've been so generous.
And it was amazing. And we are starting to level out in terms of, I used to have so many I didn't know what to do with them. Now we're hitting a point where, okay, now I have to be careful. We have to make sure we just do 2 at a time.
Right.
Because, we gave out, for a while there, we were giving out like 4 or 5 prizes at a time for each And
it was also easier for shipping to not do so many at a time.
We had to stop that because the shipping was so much.
Yeah, shipping went. I think shipping's gone up from what it used to be.
Oh, it has, and we have gotten some very generous donations from some of our viewers.
Yes,
for shipping costs that we absolutely very much appreciate. Thank you, because we would never ask for that.
No,
that was very nice. But Tea and Tails, all year long. We're in the third quarter, and for this one, all the basic rules apply, but for this one, the theme is tea and or tails. And while we have the featured patterns and featured yarns that we always have, mine and Laura's and Talia's, we also added K.F. Jones from Bakery Bears. She's Byron Bear.
Well, she's always been there.
She's.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, not for tea. Yeah,
she is. She's one of the featured patterns, and if you can snag one of her yarns, she's a featured yarn as well.
It's hard to grab though.
It's hard to grab. If you have one in your stash from when she was doing it, that's eligible for a second chance at the prize as long as it fits the theme.
Right.
And then the let's see, Mom Cook, who's loom knit, and Joanna Johnson, who is knit. As long as their things are tea and or tail related, they are eligible for multiple chances at the prizes per the rules. Okay, they have a lot of things available for you guys to choose from. Okay.
I think Joanne Johnson only has tail ones. I don't think she has any that are non-tails, because either her tails or it's like
Classics,
women or whatever. So
Sherlock Holmes.
She's all tails.
Yeah, she's awesome. And K.F. Jones has both.
Yes.
And Mom Cook, I think, also has both, but she's predominantly tea, I think.
By the way, if you have children, even if you don't have children, check out Joanne Johnson's books that she has actually put together, her own books. The artwork is gorgeous. I partially picked up the platypus one simply because I wanted the artwork.
Her husband's an amazing artist. I think he's a watercolorist.
His art is beautiful. And if you look in her comments, there are people who are purchasing the book not just because of the patterns. They want the book for their children, and the patterns are a bonus. If you knit, it could be both. But yeah, it's meant for children. Beautiful even if you don't have children.
Yeah. Beautiful book.
I want to pick up more of them, but I need to finish the platypus.
Yes, my platypus, my pony,
Well, the platypus has been easier to work on.
But anyway, that's that. If you have any questions about the rules, I don't need to belabor the point with the rules because we've been doing this for 2 quarters. If you're new and you are in the group, check out the rules. If you have any questions, feel free to contact somebody in the group, and we will elucidate further. Elucidation, elimination, annihilation. Ha ha ha. Yes, it is a reference.
As a reference, giving people a couple seconds. That is Rockadoodle.
Okay. The hashtag for this is hashtag PHNTandTales2022 on Instagram.
Rockadoodle's Don Bluth, isn't it?
I think so.
There's a little bit of a period of time where Don Bluth was putting out good stuff. It was that, and then there was Secret of Nim.
That was really good.
That was them, right?
I think it was. I always get mixed up between DreamWorks and Don Bluth and a few other people.
Well, there was a few people that broke from Disney. Although DreamWorks actually is Disney, whereas Don Bluth broke from Disney.
The DreamWorks is the one I'm thinking of because it's one that broke from Disney that had a name. It wasn't. If it wasn't DreamWorks, it was something else.
Well, maybe DreamWorks got bought up by Disney, but Don Bluth was his own thing.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe Secret of Nim was his breakout.
I don't know. Okay, and we have Tortoise versus Hare, which is actually Laura Concert's baby. We are co-hosting because she very nicely asked us to, and we like to do it with her. And this is... Oh, okay. I guess I should probably add yarn. This is not tea and or tails. This is tortoise and or hare themed. So we have teams. We haven't heard a lot of smack talk this year, but...
well, it hasn't been terribly...
Well, I haven't been really present in that thread. I've been more on the Tea and Tails and in the episodes and some of the other... I haven't gone into the Tortoise versus Hare very much. I just haven't had the chance. I try to see where I'm tagged, and I try to get in, at least like some things. I'm trying to be more present there.
Right.
But this is a really fun along, and I was actually playing with the idea of maybe drawing something for it instead of knitting or crocheting, because Laura is accepting like everything. I mean, and since she's accepting everything, we are accepting what she's accepting. So knitting, crocheting, loom knitting, cross stitching, what does she call that stuff with the tumblers? Glitter crafts.
Glitter crafts, yeah.
Key fobs, paper crafts, all the stuff, sewing, all that stuff for this along only for us. And Laura is accepting all that stuff as well. So go wild. Whatever you want to do, it just has to be tea and or tails themed, okay? And as always, the same featured yarns and featured patterns. Mine, Talia's, and Laura's for this one. And yeah, go at it. You guys have a wide open field for this
there's
one.
a lot available for this one.
Yeah, you have a lot. You have a wide open field for this one. Don't get spoiled because it's the only one we're going to do like this. So, you know,
take advantage.
Take advantage of it. That you can do whatever you want, pretty much. Okay. All right. So that takes care of that. If you have any questions about where Laura's stuff is, we have a thread that says where you can post things for Laura's alongs when she does it, because I know a lot of our people are not on Ravelry, so she has other places where you can participate. I think she's still doing it on Facebook. I think she's still doing it by email, but you can ask her. She's pretty available if you just contact her. Okay.
I just wanted to mention, since we were talking briefly about Don Bluth, he was involved. Anyone liked Anastasia growing up? He directed that, although he did that through Fox. I remember, An American Tail, Land Before Time. I was gonna say, I thought I remembered watching a lot of Don Bluth as a kid.
Oh, we did.
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
I don't like that one.
Rockadoodle Thumbelina. Oh, I remember Troll in Central Park.
Don't get sidetracked.
Okay, so yeah, I had forgotten how many, because I was saying, like, Don Bluth is like the movies of my childhood. You know?
For some reason, I always connect him with Dom DeLuise.
Didn't he do some voice or something?
Yeah, he did. I get him mixed up because he did things, and usually if you heard him or John Candy or something as a voice, they were kind of the same kind of character.
Mm-hmm. Didn't one of them do something like in who did the scaredy cat in American Tail? I know that that Jimmy Stewart was the dog.
Right. The lazy eye. I think that was Don.
I thought it was Don DeLuise.
I think it was Don DeLuise, but I'm not sure. He might have passed away by then. I'm not sure.
I felt like it was someone like Don DeLuise.
There were like 2 or 3 guys who did it, and they were kind of just perfect for it.
I'm sorry. I'm picturing him and Jimmy Stewart's dog doing the lazy eye together.
I never taught him to do that.
That was great. Oh,
I love Jimmy Stewart.
I never knew for years that was Jimmy Stewart. Now I can't unhear it, but it's so funny.
He's got that definite vocal quality.
He does, but I think at the time I hadn't watched a lot of Jimmy Stewart. That was my intro to Jimmy Stewart.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I was a kid when I watched that.
Yeah, but we watched It's a Wonderful Life.
I feel like I watched The American Tail first.
I don't know, maybe, but I don't think so. We made sure you watched the classics when you guys were growing up.
But, I mean, American Tail would have been, like, little.
Now, you might have remembered more.
Maybe. And I definitely would have attached Jimmy Stewart from It's a Wonderful Life with, what was his name? The dog. He was...
Sheriff something or other.
He was actually named after, like, a real sheriff. I just
Wyatt Earp. Oh, Wiley Burp.
Wiley Burp. That was it. I knew it was like a play off of a real...
Wiley Burp. Wow.
That was great. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have gone down memory lane with Don Bluth
and Jimmy Stewart,
although we haven't even begun to tap the surface of Jimmy Stewart. We're not gonna.
No.
We'd be here forever.
No.
Okay, let me open my show notes instead of Don Bluth. There we go. It was just one of those things that I was like, I know I've watched more than 2 movies of his. Or 3 movies of his.
Who was in The Rescuers Down Under?
You mean who played the Albatross?
Yeah, Albatross.
No, I don't remember. It was one of those voices. I think he might have been like the same guy who did the cat, or similar voice.
I don't know.
I know who. Yeah, he had a really familiar voice though.
There we go.
And I love. Who's with Bianca?
That was
But I mean, what was his character's name? I loved him. He was.
You talking about him? I think you her.
No. I know who Bianca was.
You said Bianca.
No,
Bernard was Bob Newhart.
And I love Bernard. Bernard was so cute.
He was.
In both movies that he was in. But anyway.
I just keep seeing him in what was it? It was not National Treasure, The Librarian. He was in that, and he says, "We gotta call the Marines," and he opens up his shirt, and he says, keep in mind he's like 65, 70 years old. And he says, "It says the Marines." Semper Fi.
Yeah.
Semper Fi. Typical Bob Newhart.
Yeah, I've actually never seen Bob Newhart in anything. I've only heard him doing Bernard, I guess.
He's very, very dry. Very dry.
Okay, so now that we have continued down memory lane, I love Bernard.
There's a recent memory lane because we watched Newhart a while back.
Oh yeah, that's right. You watched the whole show.
Newhart, yeah. I couldn't. It was bothering me after a while. I didn't like it.
You didn't like any characters after a while.
After a while, but and then we went and watched the Bob Newhart show, which I used to like when I was a kid, but no.
No, it just didn't. It didn't carry over well. Okay, so in my Mama C Creations, I love this bunny bag. It matches my hot pads I use all the time. My one that I use as a holder of my spoon for my tea probably needs to be washed, but I'm using it, so it's like it doesn't get that pleasure.
No, you don't want to?
It means I had to stop using it, and it's constantly in use.
Yeah. We use our stuff from Mama C.
Mom hides hers because she's afraid. Okay, you display them because you're afraid that they'll like disintegrate or something if you use them.
The other one's in the drawer.
We have to talk to Mom because if you give her something pretty, she refuses to use it. And I don't understand what the use is of the thing if you don't use the thing.
It's pretty. It's decorative.
But the thing, it must be used.
I use Laura's bag.
Yeah, how many times did she have to be like, Mom, you need to use this?
I'm using the bag.
Remember that villain from the last Firefly episode where he was really weird, but he talked about like how like if things aren't used or they still the thing, like he was really a weird
philosophical.
Oh yeah, he'd be sitting there philosophizing and he'd point a gun at you. He was an interesting bad guy. He's actually probably my favorite villain, Firefly.
Are you talking about the very last episode?
I loved that episode.
We have to take care of him.
I need to rewatch Firefly too.
Yeah. Daddy got Serenity, so I can see that again.
You see, I never cared for Serenity as much.
It was good. I saw that first.
You see, I saw that after the show.
Kind of ruins it if you see it after the show.
No, because it's set after the show.
Yeah, but still kind of ruins it.
It
still kind of ruins it.
Well, yeah, because the show's better.
Well, also things that happen. I don't want to be a spoiler for it.
It can't be a spoiler because the show,
I can be a spoiler for people who have not watched it.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you meant that if you watch the show first, it's a spoiler for the movie.
No, I said that I don't want to say what happened.
Oh, heck no. I wouldn't say that either. I didn't care for the way the movie was crafted. It almost contradicted the show. But anyway. So, in my lovely bunny bag, I haven't worked on this one in a while. I just realized I didn't have a red shawl, a fully red shawl that I could use, and I needed to work on it.
What's the pattern for that one?
The project is Hot Stuff. The pattern is Walking to Town from Emma Knits by Joanna Johnson. I didn't end up picking. She made this pattern available by itself just for me. Or maybe she was planning on doing it anyway. Maybe she released it early. But I was like, I want that pattern. Or I know what it was. I have the whole thing, but she wasn't going to put it on Etsy. It was going to just be on Ravelry. At that point, I couldn't get, for whatever reason, Ravelry was locking people out. Right. Even if you weren't on Ravelry. They've since fixed that. But I was like, I can't get this, and I want it, and I need it. And she put it on Etsy for me. Maybe she was going to do it anyway, but I think it was partially because I whined at her.
Well, probably she put it on a little earlier.
Yeah. I feel like she said she wasn't planning on it.
I have her stuff, even though I start her stuff and then I never finish anything. It's not because of her pattern. It's just because I'm not that good a knitter yet.
I finished 2 of her sweaters. I actually wear it, like, even though the blue one's open, I thought at first it was an awkward design. It's so comfortable.
I want to restart that scarf, the Sherlock Holmes scarf, but in a bulky weight yarn or something, so I don't have as much. Cause it was a lot of stockinette.
And you became a stockinette zombie.
Yeah.
But yes, this is all that I have left of a yarn that I really love from Dragonfly Fibers. This is Airport Hot Sauce. Yeah. I used to make a lot in this one too. I think I used to use it in color work, and this was one of my favorites.
That was one of the reasons I made up my Water Maroon, because I wanted a certain kind of red.
Although that wasn't this one.
Different. That's the one I'm talking about is the one we couldn't find anymore.
Right. Well, because it came in a set, so we didn't even have the right colorway.
Yeah, we kept calling it by the set.
I can't remember what it was anymore because I got it in a sweater set or shawl. It was a fade, and I decided not to do the fade and started using the colors from there. And I had so much of this one color, this dark red, that I think it was the main color that Mom fell in love with it every time I worked with it. But yes, always have loved this colorway. I think I picked it up for a sweater's amount and then never knit the sweater. But I must have used it in something because I barely had enough for this shawl when I did the math.
It's pretty.
But I love this. And it's nowhere near its full, you know. Oh, I'm showing it the right way. What I like is it's actually going to have a little bit of I'm not usually a frill person, but kind of frills along the elbow.
Ruffle.
It's a bit of a ruffle around the elbow, it works really well in the shawl. It looks like it covers the arm nicely. But yeah. And I also find that I love my yellow sweater a lot too.
Yeah, it's nice.
So this will be my third wearable I'm making of hers. I have to finish her platypus. I actually feel like I've knit more than that of hers. Diana's hat, of course.
Oh, a million of them.
A million Diana's hats. How could I forget the Diana's hat?
Davina has a gazillion of them.
She does. She has, I think she now if I ask her if she wants a Diana's hat or Davina's hat, she wants the Davina's hat, which makes me kind of happy.
Well, it's named after her.
It's named after her, and also I designed certain things with her preferences in mind.
Because she likes to wear hats.
She does. I haven't knit her one in a while, but she has so many, it's not a big deal. Partially because she likes the finger weight hats, and darn it, I want to use my fingering weight for my socks. So she has enough hats. She's not wanting.
I may have to see if I can make up a special skein for her, maybe when you get around Christmas time or something.
Yeah.
That's fingering weight, so you can make her another Davina hat.
Well, she really loved the colorway that you did for her. I think it was the Davina. It was the Drama Queen 7 one with all the sparkle.
But she already has a hat in that.
No, I'm saying, but she does really love that hat.
Yeah.
The other one she really loves actually wasn't my pattern. It's a silver one I made her with your Quicksilver yarn or something similar to your Quicksilver. That's one of her favorite ones.
And she can wear it with a lot of things.
Yeah. Where she has like only one or two outfits she can wear the other one with.
Why is my tea gone?
Well, presumably because it's a small cup and you drank it all.
But why is my tea gone? I want it to be like, well, not tea.
The cup that Strange was originally going to give Thor.
Yes.
But Thor was picky.
Yes, he was ungrateful.
Yes. Ungrateful wretch.
Okay. Ungrateful god of thunder. Okay. In my, I'm a little crowded here for some reason. In my black Knitter's Magic bag with the purple flowers. This is a really soft kind of velveteen bag.
I really like the feel of a lot of the Knitter's Magic bags. They're bigger, so they don't usually come out with me because they have bigger projects in them. Yeah,
and she has a specific local person who makes these. So
because she tends to try to not sponsor, but feature local talent.
I need to see if she wants to restock my yarn or not. But anyway, here is my bag, and this is the Welcome Little One project from the On the Porch blanket knitting pattern by 5410 Studios. I'm really trying hard to actually finish this one because I love their patterns, and there's no reason that I don't finish them because they're really well written, but it's knitted.
Well, I think what usually happens is you make a mistake, and then instead of asking for help fixing it or trying to figure out how to, usually try to figure out how to fix it, and then you make it so much of a mess that you just tear it back and get frustrated.
Yeah.
And then you don't start it again.
There's a reason I prefer to do knitting for some of these, crocheting for some of these projects. So this is moving along. I'm not sure when it'll be done, but
well, there's no rush. You'd rather make sure you do it right and not tear it out.
It's nice and heavy because it's my bulky weight yarn. It's my Bare Necessities. And I wanted to do one that kind of looked heirloomish. So
there's some really lovely baby blankets out there that look heirloomish.
Yep. So yeah, this has been on the needles forever because, sometimes they just don't work on it.
Yeah.
And,
some projects are just like that.
sometimes I don't work on it. Sometimes I do. I've kind of gone into I want to do my crocheting stuff.
So. I even have books like that where they're like, okay, they're there. They're kind of like my background book that I know that if I need just a comfortable book to read. That's what George Washington's like. 'Cause it's like a 700, 800 page book. And I'm like, it's there. It's waiting.
Or tea. I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, I've got tea up there.
I don't know what I want.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to drink. I don't know what I want to read. I don't want to know what I want to knit. Okay, so that means I'll be drinking this backup tea, reading George Washington, knitting this pattern I've had forever.
The bench, not necessarily the star team,
right.
The B team.
Well, they're not even like the B team. They're just like your comfort.
Yeah.
They're like a hug.
Yeah, they are.
They're just there, always there when you need them, and they don't get hurt if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Oh, yes, it is. So, the next one is the one I'm working on. Unfortunately, I'm in the middle of the row. But this is the Starburst Cardigan. It's a pattern that I actually had started in black originally.
Did you say embers?
Embers.
Embers.
Originally when I had started the pattern, and the pattern's not called Embers, it's called Calligraphy Cardigan.
Right.
It's by Hannah Fettig. When I had first started this pattern, it was years ago, I had some really lovely Miss Babs black that I've since used in many different projects.
She had a really nice black.
She did. She probably still had. No, actually, I think I can't find that black again. I think that when I was looking for it, or at least she didn't have it in stock when I was looking for it. She had a different black with a different undertone to it. But I was going to knit this in that because I really wanted a black sweater. But with all the stockinette that this has, I got bored really quickly. Not to mention it was during a period of time where I was really not, I was just starting to not feel well. And for whatever reason, knitting a stockinette sweater in black was just not what I wanted at that point. But I had heard about the pattern from Amy from Knitting in Circles, who, I miss her podcast. She and
their podcast.
Their podcast, yes. She and Darren always used to make me so happy.
Yeah.
Yes, she had been showing like sweaters that she had knit either, that she hadn't shown in a while, or she hadn't worn in a while. She's going through her sweater stash. And when she showed that one, I was like, I want that.
I remember the time she went through showing how she stored her shawls.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
It's probably, if I ever want to see it, it's probably on YouTube. I could probably just search it out.
Unless it was on Blip at that time.
Right. But they might have been doing both.
They might have been. And it might have been later, not that they didn't,
Yeah. But, yes. Katie went on when she showed how she stores her socks. That's actually how I store my socks.
Yeah.
So
but she did shawls.
Yes, she did shawls. I'm sure someone has something on sweaters. Okay, my way of storing sweaters is throw them in the drawer. I really need to actually, like, fold them instead of just be like, there it is. I probably should also look at Amy's way of storing shawls, because I do the same thing with my shawls. I just throw them in the drawer.
I try to fold them, and I'm like,
Too much effort. I do for the socks. I'm trying to get as much room as I can out of the space I have. Also, I want to actually see what socks I have, so I can match them with my outfit. Like today.
Yeah.
This is, ouchie, can't do that.
Don't be hasty.
It's Don't Be Hasty. It's that really lovely pattern. If I tried to show you, but my leg cramped and didn't want me to.
She's old.
Yes. So, but let me show the actual sweater, the Starburst Cardigan. I was trying to get to the end of the row, but I'm not going to. So, it looks kind of odd right now because this shawl collar kind of looks like it'd be short. What happens is I will end up picking up for the button band around here. And I remember last time I think I realized for the first time that the buttons go all the way up to the top of the shawl collar, which is awesome and makes me so incredibly happy because I can't tell you how many times my neck gets cold and I just want my shawl collar to like take care of that and it won't stay up. So I think this will get a lot of wear. This was not a color I would have picked for a sweater.
No, but it's pretty.
And I didn't think it would look as pretty as it, and it's gorgeous. I don't even remember the name of the colorway. It's
like Fire or Autumn or something.
It's somewhere in here. Actually, I probably lost all the ball bands for it. Nope, I didn't. Okay. This is back from when it used to be called Yowza What a Skein instead of just Yowza. And the colorway is... Boop, boop, boop. Oh, there it is. Wanna Go Crazy. And it's Babette.
You sure that's Wanna Go Crazy? I thought that was pinks.
No, this is Wanna Go Crazy.
Okay.
I don't have any pinks.
No, I know. I was just...
Well, there's no other reason why I would have had this.
I was wondering if you had... Because you did have one for a while because you traded with me for something.
No, that was something else. That was... I can't remember what that was.
Funny Papers, maybe?
Maybe Funny Papers. Because I also have another ball band for Wanna Go Crazy here, so I know that's correct.
This doesn't look like one. That's not what I would have chosen for that name.
One of them you can tell is a different color. Like, but honestly, I don't care. I'm not gonna... it's very good. I'm not gonna alternate skeins. No one's gonna care if they do. I don't care. So...
Hey, you get off my cloud?
Yeah. And, hold on. There is my sock.
Pretty.
Mom's yarn. Really awesome. I called these the Peridot socks, but it was like the diamond something or other pattern. Really nice pattern. But anyway, that's it for me.
Okay. In my Knitting's My Bag, Large Angels bag, Lois did this for me. We had to go looking all over the place because it's a beautiful angel pattern that I wanted, and they didn't have the fabric anymore, so she helped me to find this one. And she was very helpful with that. This is my Film Noir project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel, because apparently I cannot be doing just one.
Well, of course not. And you wanted this for a while. You've wanted a black and white.
Yeah, this is the start of it. Mostly Miss Babs and Dragonfly Fibers. So I'm using this one right now, and let's see if I can show you here. Just fasten this off so I don't lose the stitch. Not that I can't fix it again, but I really don't feel like having to do it over again. So this is what it looks like right now. And it hasn't grown a lot because I haven't done a lot of work on it, because I barely did any crocheting over the last 2 weeks. And you'll see why later. But I think the next one I might be doing is this one. Maybe. Or I might do a thin strip of this one first. I haven't decided yet.
I feel like this one wouldn't be as dramatic.
What does it need to be dramatic?
But drama.
I don't like drama.
But
drama is annoying.
Drama's not annoying in knitting.
So anyway, I haven't decided. I probably will go with this one first, the black,
because it'd be more of a bam.
But I don't care.
Like, was it Emerald the Cook?
Bam. Yeah, we talked about that before. Yes. So yeah, this is I believe this one's a no, wait. This one
No, that's Miss Babs.
That's Miss Babs, but the dark one I think is Dragonfly Fibers. I have District 12.
Yeah, District 12.
And I have I think I have Silver Screen from Marigold Jen actually in here. I think that's what the silver one is. So I have a couple of different dyers in there, and just blacks and silvers and grays, and I don't think I have any cream.
Well, you didn't want cream.
I didn't really want.
It's not going to fit your color scheme.
So I want.
You want actual white in there if you have anything, because that's going to match more what you have there. But
the Film Noir is kind of an homage to my favorite favorite genre and my favorite time period, actually 30s and 40s of movies, the noirs. You know, which
are you including in there things like Maltese Falcon? Or
absolutely.
Are you thinking earlier?
Oh no, absolutely Maltese Falcon.
Because I know also you might include in there, which I think is earlier, is what's her name that has the hair over half her face.
Right, you're talking about
Davina loves her.
Not Lana Turner. I can't think of her name.
And she's teeny. She's like 4
She's a
something.
little thing, yeah. I can't think of her name right now. But anyway, she's and she's very famous. I just can't think of her name. I had this trouble last time too. But yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about Rebecca. I'm thinking about.
I have Rebecca on my to be read list.
I'm thinking about Casablanca. You know, and that time period, anywhere from like the late 20s.
But it has to be black and white.
It has to be black and white.
Once you get out black and white, you're not noir.
That's not
anymore.
noir.
Yeah.
That's not noir.
There's a certain feel to it too. You have like the hard bitten.
In some ways, something like Mike Hammer could almost be that, except that it's in color, and it's also a little bit too. It crosses a line. Noir, because American noir can kind of crossed the line into...
I thought Sam Spade was written by an American.
Who?
Sam Spade's, like Maltese Falcon.
No, I'm not talking about Maltese Falcon. I said Mike Hammer.
Yeah, but you were also saying that American noir.
Right. But
that's why I brought in.
No, I was talking about when it crossed the line.
Well, they had a certain genre that was, you had the British who had the cozy mysteries, and then you had this other genre for America that was a lot more gritty.
But the British also have some really good noirs.
Yeah, they do.
And so, but it has to be black and white, and it has to, a lot of times it's got fog and stuff like that.
Well, everything's shadowy. It's basically Gotham City.
Hound of the Baskervilles on steroids.
Well, I know someone described Gotham City as being stuck in a noir age because they have, it's all shadowy. They have like these what are they called? They're always on like churches and stuff, like fearsome
the gargoyles and stuff.
Gargoyles. Like, actually I think a lot of times you'll see Batman posing on a gargoyle.
Yeah.
Like they're stuck in noir.
Well, that's a throwback from the guardians of the churches and stuff that
Well, you'll see their detectives wearing very noir, like I mean, if you ever see Jim Gordon go out, he's wearing a trench coat and Gotham is just set. Gotham's noir.
Simulators into your harvest. 3 o'clock prayer time, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's this. This is called. It's a homage to the noir genre. I really love those kind of movies. I mean, even something like Double Indemnity, which is
I don't think I ever watched that.
Barbara Stanwyck and Ed McMurray, and wow. Yeah, that's a noir.
Well, some of those noirs could be quite intense.
Yeah. So yeah, this is coming along. I already showed it to you, so Ty can go ahead and take it from now.
Take it from now?
Take it without hesitation, without.
And that is a reference.
It is a reference.
What's it called? They're the brother. They're brothers.
Smothers
Brothers.
In crevices. Pumas and crevices.
Pumas and crevices, yeah.
Crevices, not crevices. Crevices.
Yes, crevices.
Yes.
Okay, so in my... Let's see which bag this one is. I think it's in this one. Let me check.
Ooh, it's getting dark. I think we're going to have some rain.
Well, we knew we were supposed to.
It's about the right time, too. It said 3 o'clock. So if you hear...
We've been having thunderstorms. So the lights go out briefly and come back.
Our generator kicked in.
Yes.
Because yesterday we had, I swear we almost had like hurricane level stuff.
I was going to do a booktube, and then afterwards I was so wiped out I didn't get to do one.
We had flooding in our basement. I mean, not like huge amount of flooding, but enough that my husband had to go down because it went toward his woodworking. So we had, instead of going toward the washer.
Oh, where it usually goes. Yeah.
Yeah. So we, because we have a drain at the bottom of an incline coming into our basement, and sometimes it gets clogged up with leaves. And with all the stuff that was blowing, because the wind was really, it was blowing the rain sideways.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
It was pretty. So we had some flooding there because the rain, the leaves had clogged up the drain. And
for whatever reason, I lost electricity because the environment, like,
we all
completely
did.
Dark. But you guys didn't notice it the same extent I did.
Well, yeah, because our microwave had the clock.
Yeah, well, I have my section of the, like, there's a section, like, you guys have a certain section, and then there's my section of the house, which is like the kitchen and everything on that side of the house. And sometimes all these electricity when you guys don't. Actually, it seems a lot of times that side of the house does lose electricity.
What
are you looking for?
My bag.
So in my Silvershed USA books bag with the lovely yellow exterior. I call this gold, actually. That's a golden exterior. It's like a golden
interior,
yellow.
not exterior.
Golden interior. I'm sorry, I meant to say interior. Golden yellow interior.
To say that.
Golden yellow interior, because this isn't just a yellow. This is...
No, it's gold.
It's gold.
Because she said, well, I want gold, red, blue.
Look, that matches really nice.
It does.
So, in this...
And that's Anne.
Yes.
Anne is awesome.
Knitting's my bag.
No.
These are... Why am I... Oh, my brain is so...
Anne is
Silvershed USA. I don't know why I said knitting's my bag.
Because I just said something about it.
Probably. Okay.
Probably.
Then this bag, these are the Kingfisher socks. And my phone keeps warning about severe thunderstorms.
And you might hear in about a half hour my husband coming in because we're podcasting very late.
Yes, because of my fault. So Kingfisher socks. I actually really like this pattern. I thought at first it was a K.F. Jones pattern, but it's not. But I can see myself doing this pattern multiple times. These are the Vanilla Latte socks by Virginia Rose Jeans. I really like how she does her ending for the toe. I don't have to Kitchener. Even though I like Kitchenering, I do like when I don't have to. So it's by Virginia Rose Jeans. And this is West Yorkshire Spinners in the Kingfisher colorway. Look at the lovely.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Isn't that just beautiful?
And that's one of your gifts, right?
Yes. I forget who gave. I think
the Anonymous, right?
Yes, this is the Anonymous, I think. And
because I remember what one I gave and what one she gave.
Yeah, no, you gave me Peacock.
I gave you one other one too. I think it was Christmas Sky or something.
I think you gave me the Old Fashioned Christmas.
Yeah.
And
which oddly enough was a blue, wasn't it?
It's got dark colors. This is. Here's the other one. Juniper is blue. I always have to check because it
doesn't fit.
Well, it does when you think about what junipers look like.
I always thought junipers were berries.
No, but if you think of the leaves, they're that kind of bluey,
that blue green, the spruce color.
Yes. So, and then I started the second sock.
Very nice.
So it just ended up starting. I wasn't gonna pull. Wait to the orange. I just wasn't gonna do it.
Fraternal.
That was a waste of yarn. So I love how these work up, and they're so warm.
Oh yeah, the Yorkshire Spinners, they will be.
Oh, and even though it's finger weight, it's incredibly warm, which is kind of nice because sometimes you don't want the bulk, but you want the warmth, and that's what these supply. I'm not sure if it has to do with the fact that it's not superwash or if it's the kind of wool that they use. Because this is blue. It might be the blue-faced Leicester that does it. That's 75% wool and 35% blue-faced Leicester in there, and 25% nylon. So maybe it's blue-faced Leicester. I don't know, but something about it makes it incredibly warm in a nice, happy way, without the bulk.
Very nice.
So yes.
Yeah, not too scratchy either.
No, and if you wash it a couple times, you don't really notice. Now sometimes towards the end of the day, if I'm feeling particularly sensitive, I do need to take them off. But usually it's not a problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, in my Knit for Brains Owl Teapots bag that Laura Concert gave me, thank you Laura, is my Arwen's Hooded Cowl project from the Thorns Hooded Cowl pattern. And this is Miss Babs Yowza in the blue slate colorway. And like I said, I didn't do a lot of work on anything the last 2 weeks because I was doing other things. But I'm working on it now, so you can see I have a few more rows to do, and then I can do the purl. And then I'm doing fewer and fewer of the knit between the purls now because I'm decreasing the...
You're going backwards.
Yeah, I'm going backwards. It went to a certain point, and now I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing right now, and then I'll be doing the hood.
And this is a free pattern. Just look for the Thorns Hooded Cowl, and it'll come up. It's really nice.
It's a beautiful pattern. She gives you like 5 different
options. And it's like completely free. It's amazing. You can search for Unravelly, but it'll point you to the website that it comes from.
And this is a Tea and Tales relatable.
It is, because it's related to The Hobbit.
So, yeah. So this is fun. The only reason I haven't made more progress is because I haven't done it.
I think in the book, Thorn's Hooded Cowl was a blue and silver. I think he was the only one with silver on his. I think everyone else, sky blue, I want to say, was one of the brothers.
It was either, it was one of the brothers. I forget which one it was.
And the yellow was, the one we love so much. Balin. Because red was Bomber. Because I remember being like, well, I want a red one, but that's Bomber. Well, no. Maybe red was Balin, yellow's Bomber.
Okay.
And that's why I was like, well, I want a yellow one, but yellow's Bomber. I'm still going to make a yellow one. And it will be Bomber's Hooded Cowl. The only reason I remember red is Balin is because I called it Balin's Hooded Cowl when I made it.
Yeah.
And
I called this one Arwen's because Arwen's is blue.
Yeah.
So.
And I could totally see your rain that. That's Dad. I'm pretty sure.
No, because I didn't hear the alarm. I think it's Davina.
Oh, okay. I thought first it was the door, but we would hear the alarm if it was the door.
And the mail's still in the box if they delivered it. It's definitely getting dark.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know how you can feel the weather change even, and I'm not even talking about aches and pains. I'm just talking about you kind of get an idea that.
Well, the pressure changes.
And it gets cold. It feels like it's colder or something.
Like the air, it changed. When you're outside, you can smell it.
Mm-hmm. And inside, you can feel it.
Yes.
Okay, so. So that's all I really have to say about this. You see that it hasn't really gotten too much bigger, probably because I haven't worked on it. But look at the pretty color.
It is pretty.
That kind of blue-gray. I love it. So, yeah. All right, your turn.
Okay, I think this is the next one. So in my big skein and little wool. No, little
skein and big
little
wool.
skein and the big wool. I always mix it up. Little skein and the big wool bag. Velveteen Rabbit. This was one of my favorite books as a kid. I really thought that my bunny, or I wanted to think that my bunny Coco was going to become real. And he's got that little like rubbed nose where he was loved too much, and his fur is all. It's got that worn down like loved toy feeling. Still have Coco. I think he's on my bed. I think he's hidden though. I need to pull him out where he can be seen. So, in this bag are my Starburst socks. And this pattern is Vanilla Cream by K.F. Jones.
Vanilla cream, vanilla cream.
And this is Laura's yarn. This is...
That's Crocheting Hoovian.
Yes, Crocheting Hoovian. But it's Lollipop Girl yarns. The colorway is Flamenco. Hang on, it's a full thing. Flamingling at the pool.
Right.
And then this particular... mini is highlighter, and then the other one for the other sock will be Pinklicious, and which shockingly is pink, a very bright pink.
Yes.
So one for each side. There'll be different colors for each side versus what I did with the last time I wanted to mix it up where I had the heels and toes alternating for each side what color it would be. So this is really fun.
Bright.
It is bright.
And I have my set still because I have to figure out what I want to do
Well,
with
you
it.
wanted me to knit you socks out of it.
Yep, but you said it had no nylon in it, so...
Oh, no, I thought it did.
Okay, I'll have
We'll have to take a look at it. If it has nylon, I'll definitely knit socks for you out of it.
I'm going to make... Yes, either I'll make something or you will because I want to make something with that yarn.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I know at one time you were talking about me making socks for you out of it. You also want to dye up some yarn so I can knit you an actual Dance All Night socks with nylon in so they don't wear down.
Right. Probably in Christmas colors. Like I do.
Well, you've been wanting it in Christmas.
I wanna.
Because that'd be really nice to wear at Christmas.
I want to do without packages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be this Christmas,
no,
but.
No.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
I'm not worried about it.
Oopsie, that came undone. It's a bunny.
Okay.
Yep, I'm done.
All right, let me see what my next project is. And I'm hoping that
This is even good cold.
because of the stuff going on this week, I might get more knitting and crocheting done.
Right.
Let's see here. I keep feeling like I feel water. I hope not. We don't need to have more problems with the roof.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel like anything's coming through.
That's good. It might.
Because I'm looking up at it and we would see it.
Yeah, because I was looking, so I think we're fine.
But
all right.
The one place I'm worried about is my room. Because we had issues there before.
Oops. This needs to go in this bag. Come here. That kind of stretching does not my body like.
That was not a sentence, really. That sounded like a Yoda, almost.
Yes, I am very Yoda-y. Okay. All right, my next one is in my Beam and Country bag. This one here. Thank you, Brittany.
I found it interesting in the Thrawn series that Luke actually never told Han Lei about Yoda. He kind of kept it to himself for whatever reason, which is interesting to me.
Yeah. Okay, this is my Country Roads blanket. I need to start weaving in these ends, I think, because it started to impede my progress.
Dolores scarf blanket.
No, this is my country roads blanket.
Or a scarf blanket.
So, I had to do about 3 more of these.
Are you sure? Maybe you want to measure, because I honestly like longer Afghan. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
And also make sure. Maybe you're right. Maybe only a couple, especially if you do longer ones.
Yeah, well, I do about this size, so about 3 of them.
Yeah, because you want it to be nice and long.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's what an Afghan needs. You don't want to have your feet sticking out, unless if you're hot. But
no, I would rather just be able to kick it off.
Yeah.
Because then I have the option of.
Because with this, you can't. It's not like with the miter square where you can just add more afterwards. For this, after you get to a certain point, then you have to worry about picking up stitches. You really need to be sure about your length.
This is in my way. Okay, so the last color I've got here is Bunny Foo Foo. This is somebody else's color. This one here is
no, that's yours.
No, this one here I was saying.
Oh, that one. Okay.
This one is okay, this is my new autism.
Oh, that one. I thought you were talking about the other one. Yeah, this one is yours. That is it's okay to be different.
Yeah, I thought it was that. Okay, and then
I need a pair of socks out of it.
Captain America, and this is mine too, but I don't know what it is. I think it's just an explosion.
Yeah, I think that is.
From the Christmas. But anyway, so
I think I probably used it in Davina's Christmas stocking.
And this is Little Bunny Foo Foo. So I'm just kind of... It's taken me a long time to get through this particular square because, like I said, I didn't work on anything the last 2 weeks. Until a couple days ago when I sat down in a movie. I think it was Saturday. I worked a little bit on a couple things. One thing. Everything else was worked on during the podcast.
Whoop.
Yeah. So, and this is a KF Jones pattern, and I'm hoping that I can figure out how to pick up the stitches so I can just...
I think you'll be fine.
You know, go on to...
I'm still going to call it Laura Scarf Shawl just because it cracks me up, but I think you'll be fine.
If I start picking up stitches, you have to stop calling it that.
Nope.
I'm not... it'll just stay in my bag then until I finish.
You're such a brat.
Because it gets annoying after a while.
Oh.
If I make the progress. Right now, it's fine, but, you know.
Okay, so next is in my, I think it's this bag. Yes, it is. In my, oh yeah, my Tortoise versus Hare Bunnies bag.
Tortoise versus Hare. Owl, owl, owl.
And the red one, who we joked about always as being creepy.
Yeah.
I forget what I ended up doing with him.
I think you gave him away, or you sold him, or something. Somebody, you gave it or sold it because it was given to somebody.
Yeah, he actually had really pretty golden eyes, but for whatever reason, he kind of looked creepier than the other bunnies.
Well, he looked like he was gorged on blood.
Oh.
He was actually pretty cute.
Yeah. The other ones you can see, but he's front and center.
Yeah. He's adorable.
So.
It's just kind of, it's like making a green bunny. It's just kind of...
I don't think I've done a green one.
Yeah.
I don't know why that bothers me.
I think because usually when you see green, the people, it's like they're sick.
I know there
Although I think that color would be cute on a bunny.
I don't think I'd do it, though. I think green feels really weird on a bunny.
Well, it looks to me like he's been rolling in the grass.
Well, there was one... I'm not sure if it was Wallace and Gromit or something like that. Something British where they had a bunny like become like a...
Oh, yeah. A zombie or something.
A zombie, and it really weirded me out. He turned green then.
Franken bunny.
It bothered me because I really like bunnies, so I don't like watching that. But in this bag, this is a Sew Shed USA bag, and this is Mom's yarn. This is the these are Loki socks. I've only started one of them. The pattern is they're not just boring dude socks. Not just boring boot socks. There we go. Same designer. Not Just Boring Dude Socks by Corinne Walter. This is basically Not Just Boring boot socks, but in a fingering weight. I love this pattern because honestly, I cannot do a gauge swatch and it doesn't matter because it's so stretchy that it'll be okay.
It's a very forgiving pattern.
It's a very forgiving pattern. And initially I was going to use Creamsicle for this. Creamsicle's going to be like in a really patterned sock instead.
That'll be really pretty.
Yes, it will. So this is, I had this for like a hat pattern. I don't even know the dyer. But I ended up not doing the hat pattern. And it does have nylon in it, and it goes perfectly with Loki.
I like the way it works out with this. It works up slightly differently than it did in the...
Right.
Just slightly.
Just slightly. You can see that it's... If I was to hold it up next to the stethoscope cozy, you could definitely see it's the same colorway.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But I went to... I found online a place where a lady actually went through and weighed sock yarn and figured out how many grams you would need to do heels, toes, and cuffs. And I have that here, a little bit more than what I need. And she was doing the same stitch count that I was doing. And she was also doing a longer cuff than I did. So I'm pretty confident that this will last for both socks.
Right.
But yeah, I went through the effort of weighing and looking and all that.
I can't wait for those to be finished. I can see what they look like.
Yeah, they're really turning out nicely. I really love them. And this is, no matter what weight it is, this has always been a favorite pattern of mine. Most of my socks initially were knit in this pattern after I got past the skip socks.
And we have thunder, folks.
I can't quite hear it yet, but last time it got loud.
It did loud and strong and...
Yes. Oh, there's my thing.
There we go.
But yes. I'm really happy to have this colorway. As soon as Mom put it in the shop, I stole it. bought it. Because I love this colorway. I remember really enjoying knitting with it last time. And
I think I gave you the other one.
Yes, you did. I think it was a mini last time.
I think it was a 20-gram mini. Because you didn't need the whole thing for the stethoscope.
Yeah. And I think it was a trial colorway for you.
It was.
I don't think you ever actually...
Because I had to go back and reverse engineer it.
Yeah. You ended up looking at my stethoscope cozy to try to figure it out. So I think I'm, so far, the only person I've ever knit anything out of this colorway.
Yep.
But yeah, it's always been my favorite stethoscope cozy, and I'm really happy to have a pair of socks in it. It's... Where my stethoscope is hanging, it's still wearing the Loki cozy, even though I don't use a stethoscope anymore because, unable to really be nursing.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Oops.
It's a bunny.
Bunny. I don't have any. See, there go all my toys. All the toys are jumped off my couch, lemming style. Okay. Let me see here. All right. I think Father scares him when he comes in. Father comes in to give her confession once a month, and I think they get scared of him. All right, this is my in my Silver Shed USA 10-year podiversary bag. That always amazes me when I say that.
Yes.
10-year podiversary bag is my this is, like I said, Silver Shed, and did a fabulous job. This is my Spring Flowers baby blanket from the Sorabelle scarf pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. Did somebody ask me for this pattern? Because I seem to remember somebody asking me.
I thought you've given it to everybody who's asked. But if you asked for this pattern and have not received it, please ask again in the comments. Yeah, because Mom just forgot.
I forgot. I had a lot of things happen with various appointments and things like that, and I meant to. I'm not sure I sent the person who asked most recently if I sent. So if you asked for the Sorabelle pattern from me and I haven't responded or haven't sent it to you, let me know, and I'll send it to you, because I don't remember sending it. So, or maybe I misremember them asking even. I don't know.
Well, you've been asked so many times because you can't get this pattern. She's offline now, and thankfully this was a free pattern to begin with. But yeah, she simply doesn't exist online.
Yeah, she just has gone completely off grid, it looks like.
And it's not even like, if someone just stopped doing stuff or
it's gone.
or whatever.
It's all gone.
No, she pulled everything off.
Kind of like Laura did. Just
yes,
everything's off.
You can't get anything anymore for her.
So anyway, this is ice yarn that Kara gave me. Very generously gave me this whole big package of 3 yarns, and I think it's a sport weight. Some kind of baby yarn.
It's a nice sized skein.
It's a great big skein each, and so I'm hoping.
And the reason I make a point of that is a lot of times ice yarn is a bit of a smaller skein, so you need to pick up more of them.
Yeah, this is I don't know what the colorway is, but I'm calling this the Spring Flowers baby blanket because that's what it reminds me of. And
it really does look like Spring Flowers.
Yeah, it's a very nice. Because I'm using a slightly bigger hook than is required for this yarn. It's a very airy kind of blanket, because I'm figuring, sometimes you just need a blanket that's enough to kind of ward off the chill for the baby, but not like suffocate them with heat, because it's warm. I know in Texas it was always an issue because my mother-in-law sent some really nice blankets, but they were all really warm, and so in the summertime I couldn't use them because it would make the kids overheat.
And that's particularly an issue for Davina, who was born in May, versus me, who is a January.
Yeah. So this is moving on. The package looks like this, and it had 4 yarns in it. So here's 3 of them. The other one is sitting here on the bottom of my bag.
Currently in use.
In yours. So. And this is what it looks like in the skein. It's really pretty.
It is really pretty.
Yeah, they between Crystal and Kara, they kind of got me hooked on ice yarn for these blankets, because it's a nice feeling yarn and it's acrylic.
Yes.
So
I think that comes from Turkey, we had said, right?
Yeah, it comes from Turkey. So yeah, it's very, very pretty, and you don't have. It's a very kind of a meditative crochet. You just do it, and it gets bigger, and you don't have to really think about it too much. So, unless I well, there we go.
Almost sounded like sleet.
I hope Daddy's being careful on the way home.
I'm sure it's just loud rain, but
yeah. Could be hail, which makes me a little nervous.
That's maybe what I meant was hail instead.
My husband usually gets home about this time, so I'm a little concerned about him driving. He's probably not going to call Davina because of the weather.
She'll be disappointed, but he's got to be safety first.
Yeah.
She waits, like, she will not do things for fear of missing his phone call. It is incredibly important to her. She's very much of a daddy's girl.
Yeah, she's afraid that Daddy won't understand, that Daddy will be mad at her if she doesn't pick up the phone. So,
and he'll stop. That's
stop.
what she's afraid of. She's afraid he'll stop. And she absolutely loves it.
Yeah, it's very important to her. So yeah. But anyway, this is coming along really well, and this is one of those things. If I just sat down and did it, I could be finished, because it goes very quickly, because I use a bigger hook, even though the yarn is fairly thin. And it's really, really pretty. I just really like the way this one's turning out. I think this is for a little girl, even though it's green.
It kind of looks like a little girl's blanket.
Because it seems the pink makes it look like little flowers. So
yes, it really does feel like a little girl's blanket.
So, yeah, that's all I have to really say about this one. Except that I'm using, I think this is like I can never read these hooks. It's a 5...
It's a 5mm.
So I think it's an H.
I don't know. I don't crochet enough to know.
I think it's an H hook, but
I think a 4mm is a
G.
No, E. 4mm is an E.
Are you sure?
A 4.5 is a G, I think.
Okay.
Because I know that E is not a 3.5.
Well, I know that the 7 is a G. Because
so maybe
the 7, I think it's the 7 that's a G, because there's a 7 and there's a G.
7 is between
G and H.
G and H. So I think 7 is the 5.
No, 5 is
because so E I think is 4. I don't think E is 3.5.
It's gonna bug me. It's your turn anyway.
Maybe E is 3.5. I thought it was 4.
You might be right. I don't look at the sizes very often.
E is the one I use consistently. I sometimes use G, but E is usually the one I use. Okay, so I think that this was given to me by Cat B913. Wow, I remember her numbers. She hasn't been podcasting forever. I think I won this from her.
Yeah, I think that's the time that I won something and you won something. She said, funnily enough, and I never heard anybody say funnily until she said that. It made me giggle.
And these are, even though I'm not a pink girl, these are pink cowgirl. It's fun.
I loved Kathy. She was awesome. All right, let's see here. 4 is a G. 4.5 is a 7. 5 is an H.
What was E?
E is a...
They don't have E on there.
They don't have E on here. It's probably a 3.25. It's probably a 3.25. Because I use E a lot. So it's really weird they don't have an E on there.
Yeah, it must be 3.25.
Yeah. That's strange.
Yeah, that's really odd. Why would... Maybe the British don't have... No, they have E.
That's US.
Okay.
UK has...
7 is the UK, isn't it?
Yeah, they both have 7. US and UK. I think you find it more often in UK, but...
Yeah. I have a couple 7s.
The thing I find interesting about the UK is they go down. We're going up, B, C, D. They're going 14, 12, 11,
Huh.
which is really interesting.
That is interesting. I wonder why.
I don't know. So yeah, that takes care of that.
Yeah.
So,
That's weird they don't have E on there.
yeah.
Okay. So
Fun fact for the day.
Yeah, in this bag, I've decided that I have so many like leftovers from socks, or mostly leftovers from Davina hats. So I decided, because sometimes I just like, if my feet are hot, I just want something to cover my feet, but I don't want to have a full-on sock, like a long sock, particularly if I am feeling too hot to get under the full covers, but my feet are cold underneath the Afghan because my neuropathy's not acting up. I like the little small socks. So I found a couple of shorty sock patterns. I don't have started yet the one that has a fade where you only need like 30 grams. Although I have yarn set aside for it. These are the bubblegum shorties. I picked this one because it actually said how many grams you should need for this, and I went a little over because I figured I wanted to see if that would work. It says depending on the length of your foot, you need approximately 55 grams of fingering weight yarn. Now I do have a longer foot, but we'll see how it. This is more than 55 grams. I think this was like 60 something. And I was going to weigh it afterwards to see how much I typically need for a sock, so then I could judge for other ones. This has lace pattern, so I also figure that this one might require a little bit more. This was used in a Davina's hat. I mean, in a, I think this was a Diana's hat versus a Davina's hat.
A hat for Davina.
Yes, it was a hat for Davina. And this has a nice little lace pattern. Like that.
Is that purple, Jen?
I don't know if I still have the ball band for this. I can't remember who did this one. No, I don't have them up. Oh wait, yes I do. Here it is. Oh, Dragon Horde.
Oh, Dragon Horde. Okay, yeah.
Yes, I think it's the only Dragon Horde I picked up. I really...
Yes,
it's
I remember,
Dinosaurs Rar. I think I fell in love with it because it was just so fun. Yeah, I think it's the only Dragon Horde yarn I've ever picked up. I don't know why I never picked up more of theirs. Because they do...
Hers.
Hers, yes, that's right. They're two different ones.
Yeah, because her mom is, what's her...
I think their colors usually are not in our color scheme.
Right.
I think they're actually usually more muted. This was a bit unusual. But I mean, both of them. I think the daughter tends to be a little bit more bright. But both of them are a little more muted.
Yarn Cafe Creations is the other one.
Yeah, that's the mom. But this is the daughter's Dragon Horde yarns. But this is a really lovely lace pattern. Like I said, this is bubblegum shorties. And what's fun about it is you finish your cuff and you go right into the heel. So, yeah, there's
pretty.
my gusset.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Right into my heel.
I don't like shorty socks.
Every once in a while, I feel like I just need a little bit of something. And it's going to be a quick, like, not quite instant gratification, but pretty close to instant gratification.
The problem for me is they always feel like they're slipping down.
Well, this isn't too short. This will end up around here.
Right.
So that's not like super shorty where it's underneath the ankle. This is a little bit longer than that. I wish I showed it on the person, but if you see where it ends up on the heel,
right,
it's not going to be like you're thinking where it's underneath the ankle bone. I have a very prominent ankle bone. So, yeah. I don't know why I said that, but I do.
No filter.
Yes. But yes, these are fun. I'm enjoying the little bit of a lace pattern. It doesn't take over. I wouldn't use it for incredibly variegated. I think it would eat up the pattern. But for this one, where it's only a little bit of pops of color here and there, it's fun.
Very nice.
Yes. So
right, let me finish the stitch. Because, I need to finish the stitch.
And I'm at the point where I'm not worried about any decreases or anything. I'm just going on to my toe.
Cool. Alright, you see my... There it is. Might have to work more on this tonight if I can, because it's just so lightweight. It doesn't, like, overwhelm with the heat. And
that's also why I've been working so much in socks, besides of pain.
Because it's been really hot here. Thankfully, our air conditioner is okay now, but...
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, my next thing is in my Blue Universal Studios bag. Oops. Okay. my blue Universal Studios bag. And this is my Virgil Hugs shawl pattern from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. Yes, deja vu all over again. This is the shawl I'm doing for Laura. And I changed colors on this yesterday, or day before yesterday. So you can see, let's see where I might have to just take this and weave in some ends because it's getting
a little bit
unwieldy. Yeah, let me see here. So usually I'll just wait until afterward.
I wonder why this one's more unwieldy than usual. Did you leave longer tails?
It might be that. That might be what it is. I'm going to have to take a look at it. Maybe I can just cut the tails a little bit. But anyway, here it is. It's getting quite large. This is the... I'm trying to find where I stopped so I can show you the difference here. It must be on this side. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So you can see that there was a solid purple and now it's going into a variegated. Can you see that? The variegated?
Yeah, they can.
So that's what I'm working on now. And Laura, when she went to the live, this past live, she told me which color she wanted to go next. I don't know how this did this. It felted too here.
Usually you can just pull it apart.
Yeah, I don't want to break my other yarn. I'll cut it in a second. Don't break it.
I won't break it. That didn't get felted. That got knotted.
Well, I'll deal with it later.
Yeah, that got knotted together.
I'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
Okay, where's my... Okay. So yeah, this is coming along. This is just all kinds of different yarns. I've got Miss Babs in here. I've got Malabrigo in here. I don't know what else I've got in here. Just a lot of different things.
Well, the scrap that, it doesn't really matter.
And I know that, a lot of times people say, yeah, this is scrap shawl. You can use minis and stuff. But when you start getting as long as this is getting, I'm not even sure that a mini would go across a full row. Or maybe a row and a half, and I know I want it to be a little thicker than a row and a half.
Right.
So even with full skeins, now it's
crochet also eats up more.
It does. So
versus if you do a knitted one, you can get a lot more out of a mini.
Right. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. I'm hoping that I'm pretty close to finishing this, but we'll see. Things tend to pop up that kind of take my time, and I have to do it. I have to see to them. So yeah, I keep telling Laura it's coming. She's being very patient.
Okay, so that's all for my projects.
It is? All right, yes. You have an FO though, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And you don't, correct?
I don't.
All right, so I'm sure you know what the FO is. I forgot to bring a sock locker, but these are my Christmassy socks.
Oh, pretty.
This is, excuse me, the Finish Line sock by Lara Smoot. For whatever reason, my Kitchener ended up different on one sock from the other.
Really?
I don't know why. But
how different?
Like, one is going up and down, one's going side to side. I have no idea how that happened because I thought I followed the pattern for both of them. It doesn't matter when I wear them. It's just weird. I'm not going to pick it back or anything.
No need to. It's your socks.
Yeah. As long as they're comfortable, I don't really care. So, they're done. It's been a long time in the making. We'll see how these hold up because these do not have nylon. So we'll see. I'm hoping that these are
tight enough twist.
Yeah, tight enough twist that they can handle. They feel workhorsey, so I'm hoping that's gonna be.
Yeah, they might be all right.
Enough to help them.
They're pretty sturdy.
It's not like Miss Babs, which has that really soft kind of feel where they're gonna get holes in it.
If you wear it for socks.
Yeah, if you wear it for socks.
Not for other things.
Not for other things. But this feels a lot more workhorsey. Not that all Dragonfly fibers are workhorsey, just this one.
What base is that?
I have no recollection. I think I lost the ball band.
I always get mixed up with their Traveler and their Damsel.
Well, this is a fingering weight anyway. That's not going to be either of those.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying I always get mixed up.
Yeah.
I need you to say, okay, if you want to have a name for the yarn, like Traveler or whatever, you need to say Traveler XYZ. And, Damsel.
Damsel is Sport, Traveler's DK, because I use Traveler all the time. That was my base.
And then there's worsted. I forget what worsted.
Well, the worsted was a new one. She didn't used to carry worsted. And I have no idea what the fingering, because she has had several fingers. I don't know if she still does, if they still do. And this was the only fingering I really bought from them. And this was, oh blessed, Stole Christmas.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Let me put this away. Do you have any other finished objects?
Nope, that's it.
All right, let me just start this. I did a little work on this. I've done a little work on all the projects. What's next?
Next would be shop. I'm not going to pick up the bag that has the design I've been working on because it's heavy and I don't feel like it.
Okay, I do have quite a bit for the shop. The reason, I know I keep saying I'm going to put up pictures, and I took pictures and I wrote up things, and for some reason my computer, my new computer, doesn't accept the SD card for the camera. And so I have it on my phone, and I sent it from my phone to my computer, and it's not coming in.
I have that thing where you put the SD card in it and it goes into one of your little jacks you have.
Okay.
I need to get that to you because I can't use my GoPro anyway because it's a jerk. I'll let you use it.
It's not this computer though, it's the other computer.
Yeah, but every computer has that one jack.
Okay. So
because that's used for like Davina's Lisa.
Okay, I've got Batman in there right now, but I can take him out for that. But anyway, in my Mama C's ginormous bag that I absolutely love, full of owls, love it, is my shop stuff, okay? Until I have a chance to. I had a whole bunch of skeins of yarn out there to dye up, and I got everything dyed up except for 4 skeins that I wanted to dye up. So, let me see. I'll show you the first one that you've seen already. This is a DK Sparkle. This is Maleficent. Okay, so I have a fingering sock in this. This is Maleficent. It looks really black, but if you look at
it's got purple in there.
Purple. It's Maleficent. It's black and purple. But the purple is very subtle.
Yeah, it's very dark. I think if you saw it in person, you would see it a lot more. It doesn't show up on camera necessarily well.
It doesn't, and it doesn't show up in pictures. It's got the purple in it.
It's got sparkle.
It's got sparkle. I only do Maleficent on my sparkle base, my Stardust base, because it is so dark. If somebody wants it on a regular base, I'll do it for them. I'm not sure how it'll look, but it's on my sparkle base because Maleficent is magical, and she's just, yeah, you don't want to mess with Maleficent. So that's that one. Now, this one is Orange Crush. Let me see here. Get the one that's already been reskeined here.
Not named after the song.
No. And we had the hardest time coming up with a name for this.
Yeah, well, because it looked slightly differently when it was in the water. It looked a little bit more red to me.
My husband actually named this one.
Yeah. And as it's been dried, it definitely works.
This is very bright. This is almost a neon orange.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is not right out of the bottle orange. This was mixed.
It almost is a safety vest, like you said.
Yeah, almost. And it's not showing up. It's blowing out the camera.
Yeah.
I have 2 of these. They're fingering sock. It's called Orange Crush, and Davina loves this because it's so bright. It would be fun in a variety of things. I mean, especially with Halloween coming up in the next 3 months or so. Yikes. Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Oof. Anyway, this would be a fun color for the fall.
Yes, it would.
And as bright as it is, it could almost be like an orange sorbet or something, like an ice cream or a fruit thing. But it's Orange Crush, and it can be almost any season used.
Yes.
Because it's just bright and happy. And I have 2 of these. In the fingering sock base, if you want it in another base, I can do it in another base. So these will also be going up in the shop. 2 of these. Let me just put them back together because that way I know where they're at. I don't want to catch my yarn because that causes problems. Excuse me. That's these 3. Okay, now my next one is Cotton Candy. And this is how it looks. I haven't reskeined this one yet. And this is how it looks reskeined. And again, it's not showing quite true to form. It's a
beautiful colorway.
It's kind of like a sky baby blue and almost a baby pink.
It almost has a periwinkle feel to me, the blue.
I think that's because the blue is close to the purple. I mean, to the pink.
Mm.
But this is...
I've always liked periwinkle.
This is candy cane. Not candy cane. Cotton candy. Let me see if I can open this
Periwinkle's always felt special for some reason.
Yeah, I like periwinkle. So this is what it looks like. And that's my husband coming home.
He'll see the lights, so hopefully.
This is the cotton candy. And this just makes me happy. They're talking about the drive home, so you might hear some.
Davina's excited she gets to be the first to greet Dad.
Yeah.
She doesn't usually get to.
Yeah, she doesn't use... I said, I get to greet Daddy first. Okay, Mom. She'll stand there on the step. Mom, go greet Dad so I can say hi. Not in so many words, but, you know.
Basically. She's vibrating.
Yes. So,
like Flash.
Like. So yeah, this is. I have 2 of these, and these are also fingering sock. They make fun sock, I think. Or,
yeah, I think so.
Or accessory of some kind, or
no,
toy.
Sock.
You know, a turtle or something.
If you do a turtle, you need to have a periwinkle head.
It's not periwinkle.
It looks like periwinkle.
Well, there's a little bit of that here, but I'd have to dye it up.
I thought periwinkle's more this color.
That's blue.
I always thought it was periwinkle.
Periwinkle's got more of a purple in it. This is pure blue.
Mm.
This here is probably closer to periwinkle.
Mm-hmm.
So these will come. You know, these will be put up as soon as I can figure out how to get my listings up. And my last one, you see, I have these. These are DK. Here, so I have DK and fingering sock for that one. Now this one I also have fingering and DK, and this is just my imagination. It's just my imagination. You can see this is why I didn't do much knitting and crocheting.
I was in retreat all week, so Mom took advantage.
And again, it's not, I don't know, I guess maybe it's the screen. I hope it's showing up better there.
Yeah, and that's a screen that's going to be more real.
So this is before I rescan it. Okay.
And purple's always had trouble showing up.
And this is how it looks reskeined.
It's like a mint green with like a lavender purple.
There's mint and Kelly and lavender, and it's purples and greens essentially.
Mm-hmm. But it manages not to look like the Joker.
No.
It's too gentle.
No, this is just my imagination, and so I don't know if you can see. I really like this color. It looks like I might have.
Excuse me.
There we go. So yeah, so here it is, and this will be going up in the shop also as soon as I figure out, with the help of people in this house, how to get my photographs to go into Etsy again, since I've changed computers, and I will have, you know, everything. All these will go up, plus my Neapolitan and I forget what else I have in that batch that I made. I have several.
You did make
listings.
some creams. No, I got the creamsicle from your stash. That's right. Don't you have another Loki?
Yes, I have another Loki.
Yeah.
In there.
Because I only took one from you.
Yeah, Loki, I think I have only one fingering sock left of that. And I have...
Because you usually dye 2 at the same time.
And this one, I didn't for this. I have one DK of this and one fingering sock. And these 2, this I have...
but it's still 2 skeins.
Yeah, but I have 4 skeins of everything else.
Oh, okay.
Because I made 2 DK and 2 fingering sock.
Oh, I see.
But of the Just My Imagination and of the Cotton Candy.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. So you can see this one, and then...
Well, if you really wanted to, since you love that color so much, I can make you a pair of socks out of that.
Yeah, well, let's see. So...
Oh, that one's your DK's not nylon, so never mind.
I have DK with nylon.
Are you using that one, though?
Not for this particular one, but I can if I want to. So that's what I have right now, and then I have some bare yarn in there too, but... I was very busy dyeing yarn this week.
Although, you know, Mom, the sport is the one that I have down to a science for using just the right amount of yarn for the sock and enough for you to have left in your blanket.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've been doing is I'll knit the sock and I'll be like, here you go if it's a heavier weight.
Mm-hmm.
And she likes that.
Yep. So that's all my yarn. I don't know when I'm going to get it in the shop. It all depends on when I can figure out how to put the pictures up. If you see something you like and you don't want to wait for me to get it up in the shop, you can always private message me and you've seen what it looks like. I'll just put a special order on it and you'll get it that way. But if you want to wait for the pictures, it might be a little while until I can figure out why I can't get my photographs up.
Right.
So, okay. So that takes care of that.
Okay, so I don't have anything else. I think
I do have a paper craft.
Oh, okay. Show your paper craft.
Well, I can't show it. I can only show the picture.
Okay. And then we go into thank yous and other stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Well, we have stash enhancements.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about stash enhancements.
Okay. I did some paper crafts, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this without it being shiny. Here we go.
That's the best picture.
This is the best one.
Here, let me angle it for you. Oh yeah, that's actually a pretty good view.
Can you see that?
So she made that.
Yeah. It's a card. It went out to its forever home with a package. Or this one, I think this one went with a package.
I think it did.
I've been making I made a few cards in the last few weeks that went off, so I'm not sure where this one went. I think this went with a package. So that's the paper craft I did. I meant to take a picture for the thread and I forgot, but
We still have it. You can put it in
yeah.
thread.
Yeah. So that's that. All right, stash enhancements.
So, Mom and I made a deal. She had a sale on Lovecrafts that I didn't get. I guess they gave her special.
Yeah, they said, "We miss you. We'll give you this discount."
And apparently they didn't miss me because they didn't give me this discount. So we made a deal. I would buy for her an equivalent price of yarn that she wanted. So I got her some more ice yarn.
I have this one, which is I forget what it's called.
I don't think it had a name on it. It was a number. Both of them were numbers.
I thought it had a colorway on the thing, though.
Oh, well,
yeah.
When they sold it to me, it was a number.
Yeah. Anyway, this is pink and purple, so this would be a little girl baby blanket.
How about turn around so you can see?
Isn't that pretty? Everything was gone.
Yeah, it was. This was the only one available, and
this,
I
yeah.
had to be put on a wait list for the other one. Thankfully, when they put me on the wait list, she sends a coupon out when you buy, and she's the only one who does bulk.
Oh,
It's the same size. Oh, I didn't realize I got you two. I didn't buy you two, I don't think. I'll have to check my Etsy.
yeah, you better, because that's
Unless it came with two and I didn't realize it.
maybe it was one thing of two. Anyway, this is for a boy, most likely.
Well, you can now make two of them.
But now I have to owe you something.
Not if it was the same price. Let's see. I'm checking my purchases because I don't remember purchasing two. Oh, yeah, wrong thing. Yeah, one item.
You might want to tell her that she sent two.
Let me check what it's supposed to be. Let me see.
This was the one that was on back order. I wonder if she gave it to you.
8-pack.
6-8.
Worsted Aran. Yeah, I'm gonna have to message her because it says 8-pack on there. Let's see. Yeah. Wholesale Ice Picasso Yarn, Self-Striping, Worsted Chain Yarn, 8-pack. Artist Daughter. I only spent them out for one.
Yeah, make sure tell her and if she wants us to send it back.
Yeah, because I did not order two.
Yeah, because what I got her, the equivalent is for two of these, and she didn't spend for that. But we want to make sure that the lady knows that she sent us an extra one.
Yeah, because the pink, I only bought one as well. And I got them out for the pink that I ordered.
Yeah.
That explains why the bag goes bigger.
Yep. Yeah, because I'm like, Boy, this is a lot bigger yarn. And you said this is worsted?
Erin worsted.
And
they both are. They're the
they
same.
Okay.
I think it's the only reason why the bag was bigger was because she sent me 2.
Now, that really gives you a possibility of a bigger blanket.
Yes, it does. That goes very nicely together. But did you show them all the blue one? Yeah, so... Okay, I will keep this one up so that way I know which one she sent me more of. Because, yeah, I definitely only spent for one.
Yeah, we need to know if we have to send it back.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. Yeah, 8-pack, wholesale ice, Picasso yarn, self-striping, worsted chain yarn. 4, yarn weight 4, which is worsted Erin. So, yeah, it says nothing about me getting 2 of them.
And you were only charged for 1, so she has to know. If you were charged
Yes.
for 2, I could either pay you back or
Right,
whatever.
because it would have probably been my mistake where I'd accidentally picked up 2, but, and I don't think I used a coupon that was like buy 1 get 1 free or anything.
Yeah, you have to ask her. She can tell you, and we'll figure out what to do from there.
Yeah.
You want me to do this as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Talia bought me some tea. It's called English Evening Tea, and it's from the Whistling Kettle. It's a really good. I don't usually like as much these kind of teas because they bother my stomach, but I've had this that she had, and I had samples of that, and I really liked it, so she picked some up for me.
And you had to go to 200 at the 212 because
Right.
that makes it more nice.
200.
And I got a big one of that and a big one of purple tea from them, and I picked up that for her when I was doing because I had run out of both of my samples. Now the one that she bought me in return for the ice yarn, or I bought the ice yarn for her in return for this, we sat there a long time trying to figure out.
About 2 or 3.
3.
3.
Because this one, it was really hard to choose because I wanted heels and toes for all of them. But the ones I wanted didn't work together. But I realized I could use this red-orange one I have used in like my bullfinch socks for heels and toes for this one. And this is Summer Sunset.
Isn't that pretty?
It's really pretty. It's fun. It's got a different feel than the bird socks. It's fun. The one that I really fell in love with
I knew she'd like that one.
is this one. This is Spring Green. As you can see, it really doesn't, you can't use these not really together. Although, look, they are, you can tell that they're probably same collection.
Yeah. What was the other one called?
This one's called Summer Sunset. Spring
Yeah,
Green,
yeah,
Summer
yeah.
Sunset. And they just have the same feel to them, even though they're different colors.
Right.
Very different colors. And the heels and toes for this, I wanted this one before. I don't know why they call this chocolate lime. It looks like, I don't know where the chocolate comes from. But it's definitely heels and toes for that.
Sorry about all the crunching. I'm trying to get this back in here, too. There. They must have really just shoved it in.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
And they didn't send a receipt with that.
No.
So, I don't know what happened there.
No, let me see.
Okay, so, and this is, I get this magazine, the Simply Gluten Free. Dad bought me this for Christmas. It's a quarterly, I believe, magazine. I usually like their articles, but this came up in one of their books. They have one of their magazines. They had a book, Simply Gluten Free 5-ingredient cookbook, 200 plus easy and delicious meals and tips, fast, fresh, and simple 15-minute recipes. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I read the reviews. First of all, it was on an immense sale. And
Like 60% off.
it was
wasn't
amazing, yeah. And one of the complaints was, well, I only want gluten-free, but a lot of the recipes were dairy-free. I was like,
Bonus!
Ka-ching! What's amazing? Look at these
pictures.
pictures. And they're for all of them. It's just beautiful. I rarely see pictures this lovely in a recipe book anymore. So that looks
Oh,
really
moles.
nice. I don't even care for mustard, and that looks wonderful.
Is that salmon?
Yes, it's oven roasted maple mustard salmon.
And the good thing about that is if we find recipes that my husband likes, then we can have more meals that are gluten-free, dairy-free.
pork chops.
Yum.
I love pork chops.
They get dry after a while.
But yeah, crispy chicken wings. barbecue meatballs, and you know all of these are gluten-free.
And most of them are dairy-free.
Most of them are dairy-free, because that was the person's complaint.
And it seems like it would be pretty easy to...
Well, they made a point of saying that these were easy recipes.
To change.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Because if it's already gluten-free, all you have to do is change out the dairy.
Right. Flaky biscuits.
Forbidden biscuits.
Look, they even say dairy-free butter sticks. Cup of milk or dairy-free milk. I wonder if these are going to be like the other ones where like, don't!
Yes. Hard and, what was it?
Hard and, dry or something like that. Now, these don't seem to have like 20 warnings on it, but they're supposed to be easy recipe anyway. So I'm interested in seeing how these compare with the other ones, because they're supposed to be fast.
They probably use baking soda.
And they even say on each recipe, and I love this, gluten-free, egg-free, nut-free, refined sugar-free, soy-free, vegetarian, optionally dairy-free. So they say at the beginning of each recipe, which is really cool. So I'm really excited about this. Dad's eyes lit up because he loves recipe books that have a lot of pictures. And
I think it's making him happy that he can find maybe we can have more ways to eat together, because it's very important for us to eat the same meal if we can. And
I might have to leave this out where you guys can get to it. But yeah, more than 175 safe and easy recipes.
Between that one and your other recipe book. Yeah.
Right. Unfortunately, my other recipe books hardly has any pictures at all.
Yeah.
But that book is amazing.
That's the one I have the strawberry cupcakes out of.
Yes, well, that one is amazing. That was what the biscuits that we love so much are from.
Hard and dry, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And then my last thing. This is Dad's fault. He told me about this Hitler's doctor, who Hitler. He was like a Jewish guy who Hitler, like, even though the guy would try all these experimental, like, or not even experimental, some of them were like just simply like not fish oil, what is it, snake oil, you know, where it's just like complete junk, but he would try it on him.
Why let him do it? I don't know.
But he was a fashionable, like, people who were way up there would use him, so that probably
fashionable quack.
Yeah. He's a highly placed quack. So, newly discovered journals of Theo Morel, the physician who treated Hitler to the last days of his life. And this, I guess what happens is David Irving is going through these, and then he's writing it, but based on the, based on those, journals. The patient was Adolf Hitler, self-proclaimed Superman and Savior, driven by visions, impatient with naysayers, paranoidally mistrustful of experts and specialists. He was by turns grumpy and charming, demanding and apologetic, harsh and sentimental, remote and confiding. The patient's doctor was Theodore Morel, pudgy, balding, and a little sloppy, otherwise unremarkable and clearly not a specialist. His fingernails might not have always been clean or his needles sterile.
Oh no.
But he succeeded where others failed. He had pills and injections and the right words for his furrows, every symptom, condition, and complaint. He went to the limits of the permissible, he said, and the Fuhrer approved. What else mattered? I give him what he needs, was his response to the doubters. He's rewarded with a villa and with his admitted obsession, money. He designed his own dashing uniform with a gold buckle sewn by his wife so he could feel part of the Fuhrer's jealous courtier. Nevertheless, they mocked him. He munched like a pig at a trough, a rival said, and intrigued against him. Having no friends was the price of his being Hitler's Dr. Shen, his favorite little doctor. So, yeah, he only had dabbler's knowledge in other disciplines. Yeah, he was interesting. I'm really interested in seeing how this goes. I've never heard of this until Dad mentioned it. Dad didn't really want to hear from his point of view. I'm just interested. Like, it doesn't sound like it's just from his point of view. It's written. The guy looked at the journals, but I don't think this is only his journals.
Right.
Very interesting.
I forgot to mention that we went to Cracker Barrel Saturday, and my husband got me an owl wind chime. It's a patriotic owl wind chime.
Yes.
So yeah, I wanted to cut you off before you got too.
Yes.
You can do a booktube on that.
Yes, I can.
Because Daddy is home.
I should have actually read the back, which is shorter.
And I want to be able to say hello to him before he goes downstairs.
Yes.
So.
But there's that. Thank yous in life.
Okay, I'm going to take a second to greet my husband because he's going to go downstairs and work out.
Actually, what I'll do then while she's doing that is I'll read the back, because then this is somewhat similar, but I think a little bit more in detail. The haunted, pathological visionary and his ambitious but undramatic, pudgy little doctor were an unlikely pair. Yet Theodore Morel served a grateful Führer for the last 8 years of the Nazi dictator's life. But the doctor was painfully aware that careers could fizzle overnight in the ferocious inner circle, and when necessary, he could practice a little preventative medicine in his own cause, just in case. My Führer, and this is a quote from his diary entry for November 8th, 1944. My Führer, I said, if a normal doctor had had you for treatment, you would have been off the job for so long that the Reich would have gone to the dogs because of it. I have always had to resort to crash treatments with maximum dosages. I have had to go right to the limits of the permissible, even though I might be condemned by many of my colleagues for so doing. But I am the man with this responsibility, and I am prepared to take it, because if you ever had to take things easy for any length of time, then Germany would end up on the rocks. My dear doctor, he said, I am pleased and happy that I have you. He took my hand in his as he said these words, squeezing it warmly, and fastened a long, grateful look on me. So that's his diary entry. And I have a feeling it's going to be a mixture of explaining him and diary entries, and I have no idea what this is.
California.
I wonder if it's something for,
Is that Paul's writing?
No. I don't think I have a shop name from California. Maybe I do and I just haven't. One of the enunciations asked my address and I hadn't gotten around to answering.
Oh, maybe it's a gift for your
profession. It might be.
I am not trying to be rude. I just want to make sure there's nothing in here.
Yeah, this is Vicky. She must have found my address when I didn't get back to her right away. It feels actually like it's a medal or something. Oh, I should have a bill for medicine because I have my deductible. I'll have to take a look at that.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Why did you show it?
Okay, it's we have a little St. Benedict's medal, which you can't see really. And then this is the Annunciation.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
In a medal form, because I'm an Annunciationist. I'll have to...
They said it was Vicky?
Yeah, that's Vicky. I'll have to thank her.
Very sweet.
Very sweet of her. I meant to get back to her, and then I didn't, because I haven't been feeling well.
She knew that.
So that was really sweet of her. I'll have to make sure to put that on.
Okay. I'm glad I checked the mail because my husband came in and not realizing that I hadn't picked out the mail, he left the mail in the mailbox. So I thought before he turns on the alarm, I should probably
grab
get the mail. So apologize for the rudeness of looking through the mail real quickly while you were.
Well, it allowed me to show a gift.
Yeah.
They have it really weirdly with the left hand with the clasp. I've always seen it.
You have to get it blessed.
Yeah.
Father will bless it when he comes.
Yeah, let's see. That was really sweet of her. If I can actually get it.
Need help?
There we go. I'm just not used to doing it with the right hand on that side. There we go. That's nice.
Very pretty. Very pretty.
I'll make sure I wear that.
We are going to do, just briefly, because it's coming up on 2 hours, we're going to briefly do some health type of stuff. But before we do that, we want to thank the people who commented on the live stream and on the video and in the threads. If I don't mention you, it's because I didn't see you. I did manage to answer everybody this morning while I was waiting for Talia to figure out if she was going to be on the podcast or not. Mm-hmm. So as of that point, I answered everybody. If you answered it sometime today, I didn't see you.
Right.
So I want to thank Looney Hiker, Kara, Wendy, who is MacGyver, Christina, Jodidiah, Brittany, Renna,
Show Notes Ran Away,
Meditative Crafter, and Paula.
And of course, there are the people who commented on the live as well.
They're on there.
Oh, okay, you grabbed them too.
Yeah,
okay, good.
Yeah. So thank you very, very much. Some of them did all of them.
Right.
So that's why I didn't put them multiple times.
No, of course not.
We're grateful for all of your comments and your support. Thank you very, very much for that. Now, if you don't want to hear live stuff, or if you just feel like this is too long, we understand. We'll see you next week. I don't have anything to say about. We will have a podcast at a regular time, as far as I can tell. And just a reminder that, well, we don't have to remind them until next week, do we? About the Zoom.
No, that's next week.
Okay, so, yeah.
But the only one we might want to mention is next week's Zoom is open to everybody.
It's the only one. There's one a year.
Once a year. We'll have to make sure to put it in a thread. You go to Patreon. I mean, because it won't show up on YouTube. You go to Patreon, and it will be available for anyone to see. So you don't need to be a Patreon member to see it, but you can go to our Patreon, and it'll be there. And I'll remember to put a link in the group.
Yeah, because this is when you guys can get the chance to see the Zoom and see if you want to join the Patreon or not. No pressure to anybody. You can at least enjoy seeing everybody once a year. And like I said, it's going to be probably in June from now on, but it's in July this year because of, you know, when it was suggested to us was this last live stream. So that was July.
And if you're on YouTube, please check out even if you're not wanting to be a patron, in order to take part in the Zoom, please hit the link in the description next Friday, to get into the available to everyone free Zoom, because I don't have any way to put it up on YouTube. So yeah, just want to encourage you to keep an eye out for that.
Right, and it's
because it's easier to make sure the PHNers in the PHN home can see. It's a little harder for YouTube friends.
Right, because if you're not already in the group, it's hard to get a hold of you. So yeah, just take a look at that. That's not this Friday. It's the last Friday.
It's the last Friday of the month.
So, okay, all right. So we'll say goodbye to those people who don't want to hear about life stuff. We'll give you a couple seconds before we get going on that. Okay. That's annoying.
I had to hit the do before I could.
Okay, so life stuff.
Okay, so
she had a retreat all last week.
I had a retreat all last week, which threw me into light sensitivity and migraines because I don't do well with Zoom. The reason we almost didn't podcast is that today is, for whatever reason, I've been having an incredible amount of shoulder pain since last Friday. It's been going on a week, a little over a week. It started during the live stream.
Yeah. Thankfully, we are seeing her neurosurgeon on Thursday.
My theory is that it's a pinched nerve, because I would not be able to move my arm or anything if I popped something.
Well, I think it has to do. She had some issues with her jaw. And she said that it was bothering her with the neck brace. I'm thinking that she might have either pinched something or really dug into that and it's still healing or whatever. So hopefully that's all it is.
Yeah.
But it's been a difficult week, difficult 2 weeks weather-wise for everybody in the family, except for Davina.
Yeah, Davina's like, she's okay. She's cool.
Yeah.
She's like, what? That doesn't bother me. I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's good. You don't want that.
You don't want that.
You can be happy and different in this.
Yeah, but
it's okay to be different.
It's okay to be different. Absolutely. So she has her appointment coming up.
Yes. So this is where I get to find out whether or not this is something that's fairly easily fixable with surgery, regardless as to whether or not the spinal cord retethers. Surgery at least is a fix. If it is not tethered cord, then we are looking at something that I don't know. I'd rather it be something that we can fix easily rather than some sort of neurodegeneration. So a little bit nervous for that, because our options are surgery or something else going wrong with a neurological system that I really don't want to think about. So neither one is a fun option, but we're at the point where surgery is the better option, or the preferred option, because it means that it isn't something that is potentially progressively worse.
Right. So and my husband's stuff is still up in the air. They want to wait another couple months, so I'm not really happy with his doctor, and he's not really happy with it because he seems a bit tentative about what he knows, so we're going to look for another opinion. So hopefully we'll find something for that. I don't want to get too much into that because he's a very private person.
Yeah.
But if you can keep that in your prayers. As for me, my jaw I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to get an appointment in. Now that I have don't have to worry so much about my husband's appointments. I can work around Talia's. So I can get the treatments for that. I don't want to take muscle relaxants, but I'm thinking I might have to for a little while anyway.
Because you've had quite a bit of pain.
I've had to the point where I can't eat a sandwich without pain, so that's not a very big thing to be doing. But it's okay. I mean, it's all okay. I don't like.
I think there's something familial in it because I've started having some of it.
I don't know. I don't like to talk too much about it because I don't like to complain about things. But a lot of the people here who watch us are they've asked, you know, and they want to know. So if I don't say something, I will be asked, and that's, I figure I might as well just.
So we're talking about like things like smoothies for her, like protein smoothies. I gave her all my apple ones because I'm not a huge fan of apple recipes for whatever reason. I prefer things with strawberries. So she has like all my apple cinnamon smoothie recipes.
Caramel.
And she can grab my protein powder that I don't use as much to use that, to make that. And I really hope that you do take advantage of that because I think that will be helpful since it's harder for you to get the appropriate nutrition when your jaw's hurting. Yeah.
I mean, the good thing about some of the foods is if I can cut them small and don't have to open my mouth really wide, I can eat them. Something like a sandwich, I can barely handle like just a plain
But the times
sandwich.
where your jaw hurts even when you talk, I would imagine chewing would be a problem, which is where the smoothies would come in. Because I remember the one day where I was having a lot of problems with that. Talking and chewing was not a fun thought.
It gets tired, it gets hurt, it hurts. And I was actually doing some massage today, and I could feel something. I can't feel it now, so maybe it was a knot. I know I have cysts on both sides of my thyroid, but this one's not usually very big, and it doesn't usually bother me, and it's more up in here, so right here. So and when I did some massage, that eased up a little bit. So
that sounds muscular.
That sounds like a knot.
Yeah.
But that's not the only thing that's happening there.
Yeah.
So it's just a little. The night guard has helped a lot.
Well, and you said there's a potential of having a day one, which you can talk and eat with.
I hope I don't have to go that route.
But if you do, you might have more comfort.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it would be worth it to be able to eat and talk without feeling all this pain.
Yeah. So
and it would be a non-medicine way of managing.
Yeah. Well, the thing with that is it's very expensive, so I'd like to try the less expensive first, and if I only have to do a couple of weeks of a lower dosed
muscle relaxant,
and that funky laser thing,
which is very similar to the thing I had post neurosurgery.
Right. Which, like, I don't know what it's doing, but it's supposed to be doing something. So
yeah, that's what mine was too. It was like it doesn't feel like anything, but okay.
It doesn't even feel warm. It's just,
no, that's what mine was too. I was just like, I hope I'm putting it on right because this feels like nothing.
Well, I don't even do it myself. They do it for me.
Yeah.
So they're hitting everything. I'm just like, I don't feel anything. I hope they're hitting the right spot.
Yeah.
Because you don't feel warmth or anything. It's just...
It's weird.
For all practical purposes, they could be taking this and going...
Yeah, that's how mine was like. I'm like, I hope this is actually doing something because it feels like nothing. It feels like I just spent money on like nothing.
Yeah. So, and I have to have, I think they said 6 sessions of that. So I need to call them back and set up the appointments for that and set up, see if I can get the medicine. I really don't want to do the medicine. I really don't.
But, try the lesser option first, and then if you find that you need to go to the day guard, at least you've tried all your options.
Well, yeah, I'm not even saying I want to go to the day guard.
No.
I don't like the idea of being that knocked out.
But she said that she was going to want you to lower the dose so you wouldn't be that knocked out.
And I also take it around dinner time, which means...
Yeah, which means you can actually sleep.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, because sometimes you're in pain and you have trouble sleeping.
Yeah,
and you aren't tired.
Yeah, and Daddy will be here and all that, so...
Yeah.
I'm not a good medicine taker.
No, she gets nervous anytime there's a dose change or a medicine change right before bed. I'm like, it's gonna happen. She hates when my medicines do that. She always gets really nervous.
So that's basically that part of it. The other stuff, my husband's got a birthday coming up in August, so I'm gonna have to start making meals. A meal. I know what he wants to eat, so I have to do that.
He usually wants Thanksgiving dinner.
No, he wants...
Not this year.
He wants the roast. I don't have a turkey anyway. It's hard to find a turkey in August. I had one for Easter because we picked up one that was like out of season.
Oh.
I put it in the freezer, deep freeze. But he likes this roast that I make, and then the potatoes that we have, and I think he wanted either broccoli or corn. I don't remember which. And then he wants the strawberry cupcakes because he's very concerned that you have the same dessert that we have.
It's sweet of him because honestly, you know, I don't mind.
I told him that, but he wants he wants the same thing.
Because I made sure Davina had whatever she wanted because
Davina's a little different. Daddy and I can kind of.
I just always feel bad when people adjust for me because it's their birthdays, not mine.
Yeah, well, we like it's part of the birthday celebration. It's bad enough you can't come out with us. That we kind of like to be able to have meals that we can all eat and desserts that we can all eat. So and
he does like the cupcakes too.
And Davina likes the cupcakes too. Everybody likes the cupcakes.
Yeah. That book, if nothing else, we got out that those cupcakes are amazing.
Because I don't care as much for the other cupcakes.
No.
They were very dry.
And also the icing is very thick.
Yeah, I still have that other icing in the freezer.
What are you going to do? I feel like you just sit there and eat it.
Well, I said, well, maybe I should just take it out and put it in between like crescent rolls or something.
Oh, that'd be so good.
But the thing is that I think they would melt too much unless I put a really substantial chunk in it.
Well, remember, it's also frosting, so it shouldn't melt that much.
Well, you don't cook things with frosting.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Make the crescent roll first, and then stick it in there.
You can't.
Yeah, I guess not.
I mean, unless I melt it enough that I can get a piper thing.
Yeah.
Thing. But
the other option is to actually cover the crescent roll with it, which would also be good.
Yeah. Except it's so darn thick.
True. We didn't think about it.
We have this huge, well, it's not huge, but it's this bowl about that big.
It's really
chocolate
tasty.
frosting.
The chocolate frosting's really good.
Not as good as the strawberry.
Well, the strawberry's really amazing.
Yeah, and
we made it once blueberry for Dad.
But even he liked the strawberry better.
He likes the strawberry better.
Oh, there it is. It's
There's rain again. Okay.
So, yeah. So, I wanted to make sure we didn't end on a complaining note. So, we will, unless Ty has something else to say.
No, not
it's
really.
over 2 hours. You guys are probably like, finish already.
I'm hoping to do a booktube soon because I had someone who watches regularly ask if I was okay. Because I hadn't usually I try to record every couple weeks or so, and I've just been so out of it, and I didn't want to record in pain.
Well, also you had that whole week where you had already a glut of being on screen.
Right, but usually I would have recorded before that because that would have been at the 3-week mark.
Okay.
Usually I try to record every 2.
Okay. So shop update as soon as I can. If anybody saw something they like and they don't want to wait for the shop update, let me know. Just contact me on Etsy for that. I know some people do sometimes contact me at PHN at the home page. But sometimes it's easier if you do it on Etsy. I will see it on the PHN, but maybe not as fast as I would on Etsy.
Right, because you get notified pretty quickly.
Well, also, I know that generally the PHN ones aren't really urgent a lot of times. I do that. I have to make sure I look at them. But if I'm like in a hurry and I'm just saying, "Oh, let me check in real quick," I'm like, I can't look at that right now because personal stuff I like to spend time with, so I wait until I can spend time on it. But yeah, just whatever. And so we want to wish you guys, thank you for hanging with us for so long.
Yes, if you are still out here.
We want to wish you all a very wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, and whatever it is that makes your heart happy. And we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 513, and that's a wrap.
Bye.